Be cool, be kind, be classy. The cupcakes so sweet and sexy. Have fun and enjoy the journey. Just have a good attorney. No big whoop, no biggie. She lives near New York City. Not just a YouTube show. When you know, you better grab a straw. Learn about the law. It's cool here in the shade. Sipping motions of lemonade. Cool heads will prevail. Kindness will never fail. Be classy and vastly wise. Oh, Melanie Little is going live. Oh no, where is Melanie? Follow the island's melody. There's a concert within reach. No surprise, she's at Jones Beach. She heard some music far away. Captain Jack Sack Harbor Bay. He sings and his piano plays. Not all sounds are waterways. Speaking Yiddish and Latin, it's not just for Manhattan. It's for Gildea and Michigas. Ridiculous that insanus. Oy vey, Marcus. Pro said, that's for schmucks. Be cool, be kind, be classy. My cupcakes sweet and sassy. Not just a YouTube show. When you know. Cool heads will prevail. Kindness will never fail. Be classy and vastly wise. Melanie Little is going live.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. It's 2 for Wednesday, and we're back. Did a whole show this morning on the Carly Gregg appeal, and we watched the Mississippi Supreme Court arguments regarding Carly Gregg, a 14-year-old who was committed to life without ever having the possibility of parole in Mississippi. And the question before the court is that constitutional? Is it? And all of you guys wanted to talk about the McCabe defamation hearing that happened yesterday that just became available today, because in the defamation case of Jennifer McCabe, Colin Albert, Brian Albert, and Brian Higgins against Karen Reed and Aidan Kearney, the Haas defendants, or the Haas plaintiffs in this case, want a protective order. They don't want cameras. They don't want anybody to see what's happening. Yacht today, Satan. Yacht today. Many people were on Zoom yesterday waiting for the hearing to start. I was not. I was indisposed yesterday. Could not do it. But Canton Community TV went in there and did the Lord's work for us. Here's Tiny Jesus. I just ordered a pack of 30 Tiny Marys. I didn't even know there were Tiny Marys. Tiny Marys will be here by Friday. Here's Tiny Jesus. Yes, you're tired of the shenanigans, communists? Guess what? Guess what Judge Gildea is going to say? I will not have the shenanigans, tomfoolery, and ballyhoo. Not in my watch. Yacht today, Satan. Yacht today, Satan. I'm wearing my special sweater today. I've linked it to the stream below. No crying. Hold on. No crying on the yacht. No crying on the yacht, because when people troll me, I make merch. Just like Afro Man, although I did not make this sweater, but you can get yours at Target for $30. I've linked it to the stream. You're welcome. Yacht today, Satan. No crying on the yacht. They want a protective order. Well, not on Judge Gildea's watch, I don't think. Yacht today, Satan. Yacht today. How's everyone doing? You know what I always say? Just buy the tickets, everyone. Just buy the tickets. Buy those tickets. And so many of you have sent me emails and you're saying, I've done it, Melanie. I'm doing it. I'm buying the tickets. I bought the tickets. I took my son to his favorite band. I'm just going to do it from now on. I'm buying the tickets. And somebody else said, yeah, I did like you said, Melanie. I bought the tickets and I went by myself and I had the greatest time. Go you guys. Buy the tickets. Here's Dave Matthews. I had my Dave Matthews hat on this morning because I live for live music. I live for live music, okay? It's all about getting to the next show. That is why I followed the Grateful Dead around for much of my life, or as I said, they were following me. Why is the Grateful Dead everywhere that I am? Well, Because if you could just wait until fall tour, or you could just wait until spring tour, for me, it was like pushing the reset button of life. And if you could just get to the next show, it would get you through whatever phase of life you were going through. Adolescence, college, marriage, becoming a mother, childbirth, divorce, death, whatever it is you were going through, get to a show, and for at least 3, 4, 5 hours where everyone is smiling, it'll be okay, right? Every little thing is going to be all right. So for those of you who love Dave Matthews the way I do, summer tour is here. And how great is that? I love it. Look at that. Friday night, they're going to be in West Palm Beach. Dave Matthews Band, this is not just Dave and Tim. So if you're in West Palm Beach, you have the opportunity to go Friday or Saturday night. Then on to Raleigh, June 5th. In Raleigh, Virginia Beach, June 6th. June 10th, Forest Hills Stadium, Forest Hills, New York. I will be there. If anybody's going to be there, please let me know. You can always find me in the pit, as close to the rail as I can possibly get. And I love Forest Hills. Forest Hills is an amazing venue because it used to be where they played the U.S. Open tennis many, many, many years ago. And my grandparents lived there in Forest Hills, and we used to sell the spots in the driveway. It was really fun. So Forest Hills, June 10th. June 12th, Mansfield, Massachusetts. Mansfield, Massachusetts on the 12th of June at the Xfinity Center. Bristow, Virginia, June 13th. June 23rd. All right, Shakopee, Minnesota, coming in hot. Kansas City, June 24th. Noblesville, Indiana, 2 nights, 26th and 27th of June. Grand Rapids, Michigan, coming to you on July 7th, July 8th, and July 8th, July 7th and 8th. Camden, New Jersey. That is a really cool venue also. It's now called the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. It's like whoever can afford to pay to have the stadium named after them or the venue. They usually do Camden 2 nights, which they are 7, 10, and 7-11. The great thing about Dave Matthews is most of these venues, like Camden, I know for sure does, as does Guilford, New Hampshire. They have a lawn section. So you can buy lawn tickets. They're not very expensive. You can bring a picnic basket. You can bring a blanket. Some places let you bring a chair, and you and all your friends can go and sit together on the lawn. And a lot of them sell 2-night passes. So they're not paying me to promote them. I'm just doing it because I want to share some happiness. I want many of you to also have some happiness. Guilford, New Hampshire, July 14th and 15th at the Bank New Hampshire Pavilion. I went there last year, and it's an amazing venue. I had so much fun, and I went by myself, and I had the greatest time. Because my kids were at the lake house, and they didn't want to come with me. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going alone. Bye. See you later. Order DoorDash. Let's see. Saratoga Springs SPAC is another great venue. They definitely have a lawn at SPAC July 17th and 18th. Jones Beach, I will be at Jones Beach as well. That is July 21st at Jones Beach Amphitheater. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I showed you guys recently the loadout at Jones Beach. Let me tell you something. During high tide, loadout for the band is like they have to wear waders because Jones Beach is on the water, and at high tide, which happens, as you know, every day, it's a real pain in the ass. The way that these bands have to load in and their crews, God bless them. God bless them. Jones Beach, July 21st. Darien, Connecticut, July 22nd. Darien Center, New York. It's not Darien, Connecticut. I don't know. I never heard of that amphitheater. Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, July 24th, July 25th. Hartford. At the Meadows Music. I remember going to Hartford Civic Center a lot to see the Grateful Dead. Fiddler's Green in Colorado, outside of Denver, is an amazing venue also. That will be August 28th, 29th, and the Gorge. Has anybody ever been to the Gorge? I hear it's gorge. I haven't been there. Andrea Burkhart and I keep threatening to go together. We were going to do it when Dead & Company was still around. And you know what? We should have done it. We should have bought the tickets, because then what happened? What happened? Bobby Weir died. That's why I say buy the tickets, because you never, ever know what's going to happen. And I believe Andrea Burkhart does not live too, Andrea Burkhart does not live too far away from the Gorge. And so Dave Matthews will be there the 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's always a 3-night event at the Gorge. Camping. It's beyond. Oh my God. I know. In Lemonade says it's beyond. Chesty LaRue, who is going to the Saturday night show with the Gorge. Can you go for just one night? I thought it's like hard to get to and you have to like go for 3 nights. And look, a little Heath is here. And she says, Washingtonian in here, the Gorge is the best outdoor concert backdrop. Okay. I beg to differ because I, as you know, did college and law school in Colorado, and I do love Red Rocks so much. But I think that the Gorge absolutely 100% rivals the Gorge. I mean, it's different, but Red Rocks is amazing. Oh, I remember Irvine. Nurse Not Lawyer says, anybody in SoCal remember Irvine Meadows? Lawn seats, great times. Yes. Saw the Grateful Dead at Irvine many, 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 many times. Also in Mountain View. What was the name of that venue? In Mountain View, California. Shoreline Amphitheater. Another great place. Thank you, Keith. Keith always comes in here and he's like, keep up the good work. He says that all the time. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Keith, for telling me to keep up the good work. I appreciate you so much. Again, the Gorge is amazing. Technical out. You guys are here. Soldier Field, 1987. So buy the tickets. R.I.P. Bob Weir. Bob Weir is here. Bob Weir 617 is here. He's here from the great beyond. And he says, R.I.P. Bob. I know. I'm still crying about it. Don't make me cry. People say tickets are too expensive now. You know what? Here, pro tip, this is what I do. Because I'm cheap. Nobody likes a bargain more than I do. That's why I tell you guys when things are on sale. Pro tip, go in your own city. Buy your ticket the day of. If you can get to the venue, buy your ticket from the parking lot on StubHub right before the show starts. You will get a great deal. And there's always a ticket. There's always a ticket all the time. Paris Ray and the Crush just did the Montauk Music Festival. I posted on my Instagram, Kim. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. So that's what I say. Buy the tickets. Ocean's Calling Festival in Ocean City, Maryland. I'd rather see Dave alone, not at a festival. And then it looks like there's a bourbon festival in Louisville. And then, dun, 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 next year's Dave and Tim at Moon Palace. Who's coming? Oksana, are you going to meet me there again? Cancun. With Goose. January 20, 21, and 22, and 23. No, there's not 4 shows. There's 3 shows. Something's wrong there. But the point is, buy the tickets. Buy the ticket. You going to Moon Palace? Kathleen, you're going to Moon Palace? All right, good. Reach out to me as we get closer. Because Oksana met me there last year and we had so much fun. They do a payment plan. It's like 10 payments or 8 payments, whatever. Live a little, people. Live a little. You know why? Today's empowerment card. We read it earlier. A woman is unstoppable once she discovers her worth. Guess what, cupcakes? You're worth it. Do something for yourself for a damn change. A woman is unstoppable once she discovers her worth. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you guys. And if you don't like concerts, go see your favorite sports people play. Buy the tickets. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now, let's move on. We did today's quote of the day, motivational quote of the day, earlier today, Wednesday. Anybody remember? All right, I'm really going to date myself right now. Remember, does anybody remember Whip 'Em Out Wednesday? Opie and Anthony, Whip 'Em Out Wednesday. How many people got in car accidents doing Whip 'Em Out Wednesday? You remember that, don't you, Scott? Opie and Anthony. Whip 'Em Out Wednesday. Wow, we're old. I'm old. We're Gen X and we rule. But what we did not read was the motivational quote from yesterday, which I will read to you now. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. This is May 26th, but who cares? A quote's a quote, right? It is a Swedish proverb for you. Worry often gives a small thing a big shadow. Yeah, today, Satan. Worry often gives a small thing a big shadow. It's a Swedish proverb. Thank you, Sweden, for that. I say that. I say worry is a wasted emotion. Half the stuff you worry about is stuff that already happened. You can't do anything about it. The other half of the stuff that you're going to worry about is stuff that may never happen. So what's the point, people? What's the point? You will get all kinds of pearls of wisdom from me. And it's free. Imagine free pearls of wisdom. I don't know what's going on here. Beach hair, don't care. Actually, I was sweeping the pool. I should make YouTube videos on pool maintenance because I know how to do it. I learned how to do it from watching the videos on YouTube. Don't care. It was 80 degrees out and I don't care. Okay. Shout out to CantonCommunityTV.org. I have linked their I don't think they have a YouTube channel, but they have a website. I have linked it in the show notes below this video. They get out and do the Lord's work, and they go to every Canton meeting. And if you need anything, Tim has it on his website. I've met him. He's an amazing guy, very generous, very nice. We're going to use his feed today because we want Canton Community TV to keep getting out there and doing the Lord's work. And so I bring to you the first hearing in the Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Colin Albert, and Brian Higgins case against Karen Reed and Aidan Kearney. And we have the order. We've done it all. We've got it all. Okay. If you sent me an email, I apologize, but I really can't apologize because I can't read them all. I can't respond to them all. And we have a lot of inside jokes that go along with that. As you remember, somebody once sent me an email that they needed me to pick up their child, their 5-year-old child in California, buy myself a ticket, pick up the 5-year-old child in California, bring the 5-year-old child to them in Costa Rica or somewhere. No, it wasn't Costa Rica. It was Colombia, I think. And in exchange for which they would give me 10 acres of land. And then I could buy a ticket for like 2 months later to bring their child back it was wild. It was wild. So now I just say, I will not pick up your children. I will not fly. Even if you want to give me 10 acres of land, I will not do it. They looked so mad. Drum roll, please. And if you want a little something else to go with it, here you go.
I'll call this Bang Bang. Seriously? I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch.
All right, here we go. You never know what's going to happen. It's like a box of chocolates. Okay. Thank you to Tim at Canton Community TV for doing the Lord's work. Right. They want privacy, yet they show up in force in public in a well-known case where they don't have to be. Right. Oh, and they also bring more goons with them. Yeah, I believe they want privacy. Thank you to The Real Carton. I thought it was funny, Scott. I read it before you got to it. Here we go.
Your Honor, the next item before the court is Barnstable docket number 2672 CV 00125, Jennifer McCabe et al. Versus Karen Reed et al.
Let me know that you can hear this. Can you hear this okay? All right, here we go. I'll play it later. We'll play the whole song later.
Counsel, if you could please step forward and state your name for the record and consent of the plaintiffs.
And there they are. There they are. They all showed up for this. Karen Reed and Aidan Kearney didn't, but guess what? They don't have to. They don't have to. But here they are. You'll see the camera. Tim, again, Community TV. Zoom in on them, but they're all right there in the back pew. Chris Albert, all the way to the left, sitting next to his son, plaintiff Colin Albert, who has grown. Jennifer McCabe sitting next to her husband, Matt McCabe, who's not a plaintiff. Then we have Brian Albert, who looks like Father Time. I don't know what's happening here. Rip Van Winkle, I don't know, something like that, in my opinion. And then next to him is what purports to be Brian Higgins. I don't know. And I don't know who's to the right of Brian Higgins on your screen, but let's get in there and see. If this judge, this has been specially assigned to Judge Gildea in Plymouth. Now, if they were forum shopping, because remember, they filed this lawsuit in Barnstable County. This guy's like, who, me? Who, me? Barnstable County. If they were forum shopping and they are you a loser? Oh, Danny, thanks so much. Here's the thing, Danny, about me. No, don't thank him for that super chat, Scott. Here's the thing about me. I don't check the YouTube schedule to see who goes live when, because you know what? I don't give a shit. People who watch me are going to watch other people on replay, and people who watch other people on replay will watch me. So thanks for paying me $2 to say this. Not cool to go live against Sam Benigno. Lonely. I had no idea that Sam Benigno was live. And you know what? I don't care. Okay. Hold on. Let's get this guy's history, though. Can we get this guy's history? I mean, did you really need that much attention? Did you need that much attention? Oh, look, this guy started commenting. That's all right. We got it. Live there. Thanks for paying me $2 to try and insult me. Guess what? It doesn't work. And for waiting 3 days to come in and do it. The tenacity on you. Oh, Danny, the tenacity. You should be so proud. You should be so proud of yourself. The real Danny C. Valos, MSNBC. Okay, right. Moving on. Who's this guy? But he's looking right at the camera. Is Sam Benigno crying that I'm going live at the same time as her? The patient troll. Moron. Okay, I think not. I like Sam. She likes me. I'm sure she doesn't care. Just like I don't care if somebody goes live when I do. I don't check. I don't know. But you're out there being the live stream police. Absolute fucking idiot. All right, here we go. Oh, you know who I think that is? Scott. Again, I wonder who it really was. That's so funny. And why would that person be on here crying about? Of course it is. When you guys find out some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, you are just going to be blown away. I didn't even think of it, Scott. I didn't even think of it. We know who it is. Somebody who swipes my content all the time, by the way. So interesting. All right, moving on. You must be lonely if you paid me $2 to read that. Yeah, there's a million accounts. I know. You'll be told. All right, here we go.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jim Tuxbury on behalf of the plaintiffs, Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, and Colin Albert.
Good afternoon, Attorney Tuxbury.
Higgins is a shadow of his former self. He's lost weight, and he is a shadow of his former self. No, Scott, let's keep it to ourselves. Let's keep it on the QT for now. Here we go.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Chris Maddie. I have an application for Pro Hoc Vice.
If you can come to your screen to get a look at these people who want their privacy, now all being like full screened by Canton Community TV. Come to your screen. If you're not on a ladder, if you're not driving an 18-wheeler down the highway, Mikey, I'm talking to you. And if you're not, on scaffolding, come and look. Here they are. They who would like some privacy. This is like, I'm now calling it the Afro Man effect. Okay. They used to call it the Streisand effect. It is now the Afro Man effect. Nobody would know who those corrupt cops were if they didn't bust down Afro Man's gate and door and get themselves on his surveillance camera if they didn't sue him for defamation. And now everyone knows who they are. Everyone knows that Randy Walters is an SOB. Because Afro Man made merch, he made songs, and their defamation case against Afro Man failed. It failed. They lost big. This is going to have the Afro Man effect. It's so wild that you don't want anybody talking about you, and yet you go and you file a lawsuit that gets everybody talking about you. It again falls under the category of you better want what you wish for.
Mission pending, also on behalf of the plaintiffs.
Okay, so, for the defendant.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Damon Seligson on behalf of the defendant, Karen Reed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Aaron Rosenberg on behalf of Karen Reed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Pyle on behalf of defendant Aidan Kearney.
Good afternoon. So there's 3 pending motions for admission pro hoc vice for Attorney Murphy and Attorney Matei, is that how you say it?
Maddie, Your Honor.
Maddie?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And for
Attorney Maddie, Chris Maddie, he represented the plaintiffs against, remind me, Alex Jones, got a huge verdict. I'm not a huge, was it a verdict? I think it was a verdict, but I also think that Alex Jones defaulted. And I think that, you know, a child could have won a case against Alex Jones. We don't know who's who because we couldn't see them introduce themselves. So it's Tuxbury who represented all of these plaintiffs from the beginning. And now it's Chris Maddie. That is Aidan's new lawyer, yes, for the defamation case. We know Damon Seligson and we know Aaron Rosenberg. We know what they look like. So by process of elimination, we will know who Mr. Pyle is, Pyle. Yes, this is the same judge who is sitting on the other case. Okay, so here, let me explain to you again. There is a case pending in Plymouth County. It's the O'Keefes versus Karen Reed, the Waterfall, and C.F. McCarthy's. I know it's confusing because there's a lot of cases. That is a civil wrongful death action. The O'Keefes are claiming Karen Reed killed John O'Keefe with her car, and therefore they are suing her for wrongful death, and they are suing the bars under the theory on, oh, he came back again. He's got another account. Got it? Hold on. Let's get the channel activity. Stop trying to interrupt me. Oh, wait, that channel. Has been here from September. I might just wind up blurting it out. I think he wants to be outed at this point, is what I think. That's what I think. Hold on. He's got to interrupt the class. Do you think you're think there's some kind of loophole that's going to get your super chats through? Is that what you're trying to do? Think there's a loophole for you? No, there isn't. The wrongful death action that they overserved her, caused her to be drunk, and kill John O'Keefe. That case is also pending in Plymouth County in front of Judge Gildea. Then Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, and Colin Albert filed a lawsuit in Barnstable County, which is down the Cape, which is where Brian Higgins lives. They needed Brian Higgins for venue purposes, in my opinion, maybe, because they wanted to get into Barnstable County for whatever reason, because none of the other plaintiffs, Colin Albert, Brian Albert, and Jennifer McCabe, I think all three of them live in Norfolk County. They didn't want to be in Norfolk County because everyone in the jury pool in Norfolk County knows about their shenanigans, tomfoolery, and ballyhoo. So they filed their lawsuit in Barnstable County, which is proper because that is where Scott, just do channel activity, screenshot everything, and screenshot also. Really, this is just becoming, you're just becoming a disruption at this point. They wanted to get to Barnstable County for some reason, not unsure. Maybe they have a friendly judge there. Maybe that's where Judge Kearney has her beach house. We know that she does. Maybe they thought they were going to get a more fair shake in Barnstable County. But lo and behold, the king judge specially assigned this case also to Judge Gildea, who happens to sit in Plymouth County. So they did not get the friendly forum that they were looking for. And so, too bad, so sad for them. Judge Gildea is fully versed on the O'Keefe versus Karen Reed saga. And now, I mean, luckily for him, or maybe not so luckily for him, it is, he has to also preside over this case. Common issues, common parties. And so Judge Gildea is now presiding over their case, and they want it to be privatized, as you're going to see in a minute. I mean, really, if you're going to be a troll and you're going to come here and troll me under your 14 sock accounts, at least pay me more than $2 per super chat, you cheap bastard. I mean, really, loser. All right. Let's see if they're going to like having Judge Gildea on this case. I think no.
Were returning bedroom. So they were either all assented to or there was no objection to any of them. Is that correct? Anyone want to be heard any further on any of these? Okay, so I'll allow those motions. The one for Attorney Murphy is paper number 15, Clerk Donovan. The one for Attorney Matty is paper 16, and the one for Attorney Bettero is paper 17. So
Look at that. He just, without even thinking about it, all three of them, pro hoc vice. That's when you come from another state and you want to practice law in Massachusetts for this one case every single time you want to, in every single case that you want to practice in or be an attorney in, you have to do a motion to be admitted pro hoc vice for the case and pay a $300 and something fee, $335 fee, let's say. And this judge did not give Mark Bettero a hard time like Judge Kearney did. Was it Judge Kearney? Who was the judge that wouldn't let Mark Bettero in pro hoc vice? I'm losing all of my marbles at this point. I think it was Judge Kearney. Because she said there was an unwaivable conflict. Yeah, Bev would have had a separate hearing. It would have been like a whole thing. Would have been like a whole thing. Just let him in. Just let Mark Bettero in. Yes, it was. He's like, whatever, swipe of the pen. You can all come in. Everybody come. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. They all agreed to it. Nobody objected. Shockingly. Here we go.
all the above.
Thank you.
So, Attorney Tewksbury, the complaint that was filed,
Yes.
a lot of pages, nothing wrong with that. A lot of footnotes, about 60 of them.
Yes.
With
Yes. The complaint was 50 pages, 60 footnotes. It took us 4 separate shows to get through the complaint. I have linked them below for your viewing pleasure because we clicked on every single footnote and we watched every single video that they footnoted in their complaint. And many of you had never seen all of those videos of Aidan, Kearney, Turtle Boy Bad before. You have never seen them before. And yet we watched them and it gave a lot of you a lot of new insight into what these people are complaining about. And many of those videos actually made him look good. It proved his case. Crazy. It's so crazy. He's pissed too. He's like, do you think I really have time to go through your 60 footnotes? Here we go.
links referenced therein, which is helpful so you can click on finding them usually, but it's not great for establishing a record.
Okay.
So at some point in the future, if you could have all of those links and all those documents that are referenced put on a thumb drive,
Of course.
so that the court will have a record.
Yes, we can do that. We figure it's better to link them than quote them because they're quite lengthy at times.
Yeah. And you didn't timestamp anything either. That's why it took us, I don't know, like 20 hours to get through it. He's like, I'm not doing that. I don't have the time for that.
Certainly do that.
No, I get it. So we're here on a Rule 16 conference, and I'm going to have the court officer give you a copy of the rule just so we can all make sure we're on the same page. What we're doing here.
Jen McCabe, are you ready for your close-up? You ready for your close-up? Because it's here. Get ready. The judge is already mad. You can already tell. He's like, really? A 50-page complaint and 60 footnotes? Really? Chris Albert's now rethinking all of his life choices. Look at his face, his scowl. My freeze game is on point. Matt McCabe is like, I'm ready for my close-up, but I got him with his eyes shut, so he's not happy about that either. Same with Father Time. Father Time, not happy, eyes closed. I'm sorry, he just aged a lot in the last 2 years, in my opinion. But she's just a normal mom. Colin Albert has grown into what looks like a fine young man.
And one of the goals of a Rule 16 conference can be to try and avoid lengthy litigation and reduce costs for the parties. So that's one thing I think we want to do here. Rule 16, as you all know, has 11 items that are listed to be covered at a Rule 16 conference. I'm going to take a wild guess, and I bet 8, 9, and 10 really aren't worth talking about. So unless someone disagrees with me, we won't talk about those issues, okay? But we will talk about the other ones. And one of them is simplification of the issues. Now, as I said, it's a long complaint. There's 14 counts, but when you cut through it all, there's the defamation claim, there's the intentional infliction of emotional distress, there's a negligent infliction of emotional distress, civil conspiracy, and then the 93A against Mr. Kearney alone. And because when you file it, the forms on the civil action cover sheet don't allow you to provide a lot of information, so it says defamation. And it went automatically to an average track. And under an average track, this case could last or go on for well over 3 years, which I don't think is really necessary. I think it's probably better suited to a fast track.
What? Okay, this never happens. Hello, where are my Massachusetts practitioners? Really? The judge is going to fast track this case? He's fast tracking it. He's like, I'm not sitting with this case for years and years and years. This is going on a fast track. Oh, a fast track, you say? Why is that, Your Honor? Because you know it's complete and total. Wait, where's the bullshit? Is that why, Your Honor? Because you already know which way you're going to go on this case because, you know, petitioning activity. That's what anti-SLAPP legislation is designed to prevent, frivolous litigation based on petitioning activity. A fast track. It never happens, Corey, right? Corey's a civil defense attorney. I'm a civil plaintiff's attorney. Nobody likes the fast track, especially in a case like this, a defamation case like this. How many depositions do you think they're going to have to do? How many subpoenas do you think they're going to have to send out for all kinds of things? Like, I don't know, Colin Albert's Life 360 data, Colin Albert's Snapchat data, Colin Albert's iCloud data. Because if they can prove that Colin Albert lied about where he was and who picked him up and what time he was at 34 Fairview, a lot of people are going to be looking at potentially catching some charges. Hello. Oh, wait, sometimes we got to bring our girl on to do the hello. Because as I said the other day, when I did the stream on the cousins, I said, all these people have been out there screaming, how dare you talk about our children? We didn't drag your children into this. You did. You provided their screenshots of their text messages to make it look like Allie McCabe picked up Colin Albert at 12:10. Didn't even go in and say happy birthday to her cousin Beej. And her Life 360 data showed something quite different. And who's going to get first crack at Mikey? Who's going to get first crack at Mikey Leonetti? The guy who Colin Albert was allegedly at his house before he went to 34 Fairview, and Allie McCabe drove him there. He said Allie McCabe drove him there. She didn't say that. He said Allie McCabe drove him to Mikey Leonetti's. And then he said that Allie McCabe picked him up at 34 Fairview. Guess what? If the data shows something different and it can be verified and it's accurate, there could be some people catching some perjury charges. I didn't bring their kids into this. They did. And if they cared about their kids at all, they wouldn't have done that. You know why?
Hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Who does that? They brought their kids into it. And now it's going to be fast tracked. Okay. Again, better want what you wish for.
Which would get the case done in about 2 years. So, does anyone have any issue with that?
Unless he throws it up before that.
Plaintiffs agree with that assessment.
That is fine with the defense, Judge.
I'm not sure that Mr. Kearney would agree with that, Your Honor, for a couple of reasons.
Well, you're here for Mr. Kearney, so tell me why.
The likely schedule of this case, and we can talk about that, although I'm not sure it falls under Rule 16 exactly, is that I believe that both defendants intend to file anti-SLAPP motions to dismiss.
Well, that's great. That's allowed for under any track.
He's like, let me help you. The judge is going to totally help him. This is Mr. Pyle. I'm not sure of his first name. Mr. Pyle, he is Aidan Kearney's new defamation lawyer. He's like, yeah, we object to the fast track thing because he's a civil litigator. He knows how slow these things go and how long it takes judges to rule on motions. Not this judge. Listen to what he does.
And those stay discovery. And so that could put in some delay into the process already.
So
Then
how much time,
requiring amendment of the tracking order down the road.
how much time do the defendants need to file their anti-SLAPP motion to dismiss?
We intend to serve ours by the end of this week. The plaintiffs may wish to amend their pleadings at some point, so we could be looking at motion practice on the motion to dismiss side for a while.
Just stick to my question if you could. You need till the end of this week.
To serve under
Okay. How much time do the plaintiffs need to respond?
They've indicated they're going to ask for an extension of pages to 30 pages. We don't know the substance of their arguments yet. They just general anti-SLAPP. So we also have a reply brief due in a related federal proceeding. So under the 10-day rule, we'd ask for probably a full month to respond.
He's like, I don't really give a shit about your federal court case. You're here on my case right now. I'm too bad, so sad. All lawyers have problems. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got deadlines. I don't know if this is Tuxbury or Maddie. Maybe one of you can tell me. But Judge Gildea only cares about his case. I don't think he cares about anybody else's case. And here's the other thing. Again, when you better want what you wish for. The case that Karen Reed filed against everybody was filed by Karen Reed in Bristol County. It's Karen Reed versus the Haas defendants and MSP and Trooper Proctor and Buchanan and Tully and everybody. These people sitting in the back pew of what is not a church, clearly, because Tiny Jesus is with me, removed it to federal court. Those people did. You did, if that's Mr. Tuxbury. I'm talking to you. You're the one who removed that to federal court. Karen Reed brought it in state court. And yes, federal court moves much more quickly than state court. And also, maybe the reason why they wanted to move it there is because there's no cameras allowed in federal court. You did that. You did.
Why?
I just don't, I'm saying, we have a reply brief due next week.
He's like, why? Hold on. Let's hear that again. Unfortunately, I can't just swoop back like I can with the 10-second thing. So I got to do just a little tiny bit. He's like,
Extension of page.
okay, I like how he gets up and buttons his jacket. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. There was an old book back in the day. Alan Flusser wrote it. It was called Dressing the Man. Every man that I knew who cared about his wardrobe had this book, and it was about mixing patterns and wearing a pocket square, and you stand up in court, you button your jacket like a gentleman, and he did it, and I like it. So he's going to complain. He doesn't know what their arguments are going to be. You know exactly what their arguments are going to be for anti-SLAPP. They're going to say everything that we did and everything that we said was petitioning activity. Every single thing was petitioning activity, our right to petition the government and our right to speak out about a lawsuit. I wish there were SNL skits in the making, but it's not big enough news. Here we go. Let's hear from who I think is Mr. Tuxbury. If anybody knows for sure, let me know.
They've indicated they're going to ask for an extension of pages to 30 pages. We don't know the substance of their arguments yet. They just general anti-SLAPP. So
yeah, I think you do.
We also have a reply brief due in a related federal proceeding. So under the 10-day rule, we'd ask for probably a full month to respond.
Why?
Why? One word. Why? I think we need a why emoji. Why?
I just don't, I'm saying, we have a reply brief due next week, and then I just don't know what their arguments are going to be.
You can pretty much guess, right, that it's a petitioning activity and
the only issue
petitioning activity. I'm channeling Ali Mata. Petitioning activity. You can pretty much guess, right? He's like, yeah, you've been through this. You know, it's not your first rodeo, is it? Not your first rodeo, counselor. I think you pretty much know what the arguments are going to be. Anti-SLAPP, petitioning activity. It's not a guess.
Your Honor, is obviously under anti-SLAPP, you have the non-moving party needs to marshal evidence and facts to support it. So that's.
I'm sorry, you need to marshal what now? I'm sorry, you're marshaling things? Hold on, what? This 27-minute hearing isn't going to take me 4 hours to get through because I'm not going to stop stopping. I'm not going to stop stopping. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Hold on now. What now? He's like, abra, 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 abra. The way I love Gildea, somebody says.
The non-moving party needs to marshal evidence and facts.
The non-moving party needs to marshal evidence and facts. So here's the thing. Plaintiff's attorney, you brought this lawsuit. This is your lawsuit. You should already have the evidence and facts. I mean, for crying out loud, you wrote a 50-page complaint that had 60 footnotes in it that took attorney Melanie Little something like 20 hours to get through because they watched every single video in the footnotes like you expect me to do. I'm speaking to you in Judge Gildea's voice right now, the voice inside his head right now. And he's like, and you're here telling me you need to marshal the evidence and the facts. Shouldn't you like have done all of that before you decided to file your big ass lawsuit? Because if you don't have evidence and facts, what is it exactly that you say you're doing here?
To support it. So that's my one caveat for asking for the 30 days. And on top of that, there's an issue relating to us getting some documents. I can discuss that in a little bit, Your Honor.
What's the issue?
Sure. This case started out.
No, we don't discuss it in a little bit. Let's discuss it now. You brought it up. Be prepared, counselor. Can I get confirmation that this is Tuxbury? And I said this from the beginning. I have been screaming this from the hilltops, the rooftops, whatever. The fact that all of these people, in this case, they're the plaintiffs, but you got Jennifer McCabe, Colin Albert, Brian Albert, and Brian Higgins are all represented by the same attorney. In my opinion, Queen Corey, you can tell me if you agree, is a recipe for legal malpractice. It is a recipe for legal malpractice. What if these facts and evidence that you now have to go out and marshal, because you apparently have none, lead to the conclusion that one or more of these people is actually guilty of murdering John O'Keefe, and the other two or more are not? Don't you have a conflict of interest there? Because now, all of a sudden, all the people who you represent, their interests might be just a little bit different. I said that from the beginning. I'm sticking by that now. And that is why I said, when this guy, if that's Tuxbury, the attorney speaking is Tuxbury. Thank you, Mama C19. Thank you. This guy never in a million years should have been representing all of these people, because he also represents all of them in the Karen Reed versus everybody case. He doesn't represent everybody, just some of the everybody. Albert's, McCabe's, etc. Karen did not sue Colin Albert, so he's not in that case. But again, they all are represented by Tuxbury, and I said this is going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem because if some of them covered up for the others, some of them may be more guilty or have more culpability, because we're in civil court now, more liability than others. And yeah, they should all have separate attorneys. I don't know. I've only been doing this for more than 30 years. I'm not just, I'm not a Twitter lawyer like some people go on Twitter and they pretend to be lawyers and they're really not. What are you having problems getting, Mr. Tuxbury?
Filed in April, Your Honor. Defendant Reed served some discovery right out of the gate on us, as well as to the Norfolk County DA's office. The Norfolk County DA responded and said, we've already provided you document production in the wrongful death action, and you'll find responsive materials in that production. So I called the DA's office and said, could I have the production that you referred to in your subpoena response? And he said, sure, just send me a subpoena asking for that stuff and issue a protective order in this case. I did that. He's happy to produce it. We just need a protective order. And the protective order is the same one in the wrongful death proceedings. But so far, both defendants have objected to that, arguing no discovery should happen at all, and that therefore no protective order is necessary. So obviously the materials in the wrongful death suit would be.
Hang on. You filed the discovery. How do you object?
Like what? You did? No, I'm sorry. Can you explain that to me in a way that I can understand it, please? This judge is having none of this. Even Queen Corey says, I would never represent 5 parties with such differing interests. Never, ever. Look at them. Both of them say no protective order. Look at Damon Seligson jumped out of his chair. Damon Seligson, for those of you who don't know, represents Karen Reed. He has a South African accent. We love him. He's bald, you could say. Next to him is Aaron Rosenberg, also been representing Karen Reed for a long time in these cases. And next to him is Mr. Pyle. I say Gomer Pyle, but that's not his name. Seligson jumps up. He's like, what? Let's see what he's got to say.
So far, both defendants have objected to that, arguing no discovery should happen at all, and that therefore no protective order is necessary. So obviously the materials in the wrongful death suit would be...
Hang on. You filed the discovery. How do you object to dealing with the issue?
Your Honor, the discovery that we propounded at the beginning of this case is completely limited to certain aspects about documents that the plaintiffs received that we were not certain where they came from. We haven't propounded actual discovery. As counsel for Mr. Kearney has represented, we also are going to be moving to dismiss under the anti-SLAPP statute. We have until June 10th, by agreement with counsel for the plaintiffs, to serve that motion. That filing of those motions automatically stays discovery.
And that is true. A defendant can do one of two things. A defendant can serve an answer. Typically, you have 30 days from the day you're served with the complaint to answer the complaint, or you can serve a motion in lieu of an answer. In this case, it will likely be the anti-SLAPP motion to dismiss, which is a special motion to dismiss that we've talked about many, many, many times. Most lawyers are courteous to each other, and extensions to answer or move are freely given. And in this case, he says that the plaintiffs have agreed to give us until June 10th to answer or make our motion. He jumped up like a jack in the box.
They're not filed yet.
I understand.
So the clock is ticking. He's got to deal with the issue of the Norfolk DAs. So tell you what, why don't we come back next week and we'll talk about the issues with the protective order. So if you can get the protective order that you propose to the court, and if you have some issues, let me know what they are.
Your Honor, we've received a motion from counsel regarding the protective order. Our opposition is due today, so we'll serve that. So the court will have the motion in opposition. So that would...
Yeah, that's how I was going to say the same thing.
So when do you want to come back next week to deal with that issue?
Ooh, well, they're the plaintiffs in this case. I keep getting confused.
Kelsey.
Chris Albert is glaring at the camera. He doesn't sit on the Canton Town Select Board anymore, so I guess he's got beef with Tim, I'm guessing. Colin Albert's like, what's going on here? The thought bubble above his head is like, I didn't want to be involved in this. What is happening? I don't even understand the questions. Jennifer McCabe trying her best to look like a normal mom, and Matt McCabe trying to be supportive of his wife. They're looking for a protective order on, I guess, the discovery. Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling better after your surgery, and I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for being here for 20 months. And Sarah, I'm trying to save this until I get to 24 months, but yeah, today, Satan. Thanks for being here for 22. Proctor got waffled, been here for 13. Thank you so much. Was there many Joseph, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph? I only found Mary. I didn't find any apostles, and I didn't find Joseph. Mary will be here Friday. Don't worry. You're welcome. And Carla, you're welcome. 17 months. You guys are OGs. If you like it here, you really like it here. If you hate it here, you wait 3 days and then you come in and throw me $2 to try and insult me. It's wild. It's a wild, wild place, YouTube. Buzzing for Truth. Thank you for being here for 23. I'm so glad you're on vacation. You need it. And thank you on top for your super sticker. And Trust is Love is here and been here for 5 months and proud to be here with me. Thank you so much. I'll get to the rest of you guys in a minute. Here we go.
So Friday is not Friday.
Wait, they're whispering. There was a hot mic moment there. You guys look at the plaintiffs, the Haas plaintiffs. Well, I listen to the hot mic. Hold on.
We have the trial. You've got to. So
We've got,
Friday
that's not a good day. We got a trial. We got this. We got that. We can't do it.
Friday the 5th is not a good day. So what's good for the plaintiffs?
Plans are good any day, but Friday was the one day I was going
Okay, defendants? I can't do Thursday. If you could do it, that's
Like, I can't do Thursday. If you could do it, we could do it another day.
Your Honor, we'll make that work. Yes, that's fine.
any day but Friday.
Thursday would work.
Matt McCabe is like, it's strange credulity. He's like, what? 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 Come look at it.
Any day but Friday.
Thursday would work.
We also have our next status conference on Wednesday with Your Honor.
Right.
Just in the other case.
We don't want to mix the two.
Yeah, that's up to you. That's up to you, Your Honor.
Thursday, Judge, works.
I personally may not be able to appear at all next week, but someone from my office can appear next week.
Okay. All right. So Kelsey will put it on for Thursday the 4th.
Okay.
Maybe we'll,
June the 4th be with you. They got all dressed up for nothing, so desired.
put it on at 10 o'clock in the morning, okay? Does that work for everyone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Great.
June 4th, 10 a.m. for the protective order.
All right, so now let's set a date for the soon-to-be filed anti-SLAPP motions. So you're going to have everything by June 10th? I don't think the rule necessarily gives you 30 days.
No, I think the rule just technically gives me 10 days by default. And so again, I expect these will be lengthy motions and the fact-intensive nature of it. And as Your Honor is familiar, this is not a new case for some parties. You know, obviously Defendant Reed has been involved with millions of pages of documents and discovered for years. We still have yet to get much of anything. So that's why I'm asking for more time. But if Your Honor says less than 30, we'll make whatever works.
Dude, read the room. Read the room. I mean, I get that you're fighting for your clients and you're trying really, 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 really hard, but read the room. He's not going to give it to you. He's already fed up with this case, and this is the first conference ever. If you pay me $2 to read a stupid comment or insult another creator or insult someone, it's getting deleted. I'm not going to send you back your $2 because YouTube takes 30% anyway. So it's like, I don't know, $1.10. I'm not sending it back to you. You're just wasting your money. Keep your money.
Millions of pages of documents and discovered for years. We still have yet to get much of anything. So that's why I'm asking.
Millions of pages of discovery. Hold on. Thank Proctor for that. Hundreds of thousands hundreds of thousands of pages and documents and items in his phone extraction. Hoo-hoo. He's the plaintiff in this case, okay? I know we all keep getting confused because usually the Haas defendants are actually the defendants, but now they're the plaintiffs. And remember what I taught you, chat. The plaintiff is supposed to drive the bus because the plaintiff's attorneys don't get paid until there's a settlement or a collectible judgment. They work for free until then. I don't know if they're working for free in this case. I don't know. But you also know that lawyers bill every 6 minutes, that by the 10th of the hour. So let's do the math. If a lawyer bills $2,000 an hour, they bill you $200 every 6 minutes. Tell that to Mark Diller. I don't know how this guy thinks he's going to get paid. I really don't.
This is not a new case for some parties. You know, obviously Defendant Reed has been involved with millions of pages.
Yeah, she gets sued all the time. And she went through two trials where they tried to convict her of murder in the second degree twice. So, Karen Reed has a lot more experience with this than I do, Your Honor. I just stepped in here to defend the Haas defendants, remove the case to federal court. And I'm still stuck with all of them. And now here I am as a plaintiff. I know. Who'd have thunk it? Who knew? Nobody would have thought it. But here I am, Your Honor. And so I really don't know anything about this case other than what Kate Peter and Jennifer McCabe have told me. And so I really need to catch up on the hundreds of pages of millions of pages of discovery because I don't know anything about this case. And now I have grave concerns that I may have been lied to. Oh my God, you just can't make this up. You just can't make it up.
Documents discovered for years. We still have yet to get much of anything. So that's why I'm asking for more time. But if Your Honor says less than 30, we'll make whatever works.
Your informants at the DA's office have given you everything. Do you really expect us to believe that? Do you really expect us to believe that? Your informants have given you everything. This is insanity. In fact, it wasn't Tuxbury, it was Mark Diller who misquoted and took out of context Karen Reed's statement when she said again, effing again. Not this guy. We can't blame him for that. Yet.
Anyone working the week of 4th of July?
No, Your Honor. I'll be in Europe.
How about that other person in your office?
There's some other folks.
Anybody working the week of 4th of July? Wow. This judge really wants to get rid of this case. Anybody working the week of the 4th of July? He's like, I'm working. Why aren't you working? What have we learned? We have learned that Mr. Pyle has a European vacation scheduled for the week of the 4th of July. 4th of July falls on a Saturday this year. Oh, that stinks. The federal holiday is celebrated on Friday the 3rd this year, but that's one of the many things we've learned so far. What about the other person in your office? Can they make it? He's like, I'm working Monday to Thursday. I don't know about you people. That's hilarious. Listen to this again.
Works.
Anyone working the week of 4th of July?
No, Your Honor. I'll be in Europe.
How about that other person in your office?
There's some other folks.
They're what?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
What about the other people in your office? The one you're sending next week?
I don't know their schedules for the 4th of July, Your Honor.
I'm available the week.
They're all laughing like they think that he's kidding, and he's not kidding. He's like, we can do this the week of 4th of July. What about the other people in your office? They're laughing. I don't think he's joking.
Get the week of the 6th of July.
I'm also available that week, Your Honor.
Are we, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I made this up. Are we discussing a hearing on the anti-SLAPP motions at that time? That would be something that I would wish to argue myself, given my expertise in that area. So I would ask that it be pushed a little bit later in July so I can get back from my vacation.
No.
When are you coming? When are you leaving?
I'm leaving, I believe, on,
Not that I want you to air your vacation plans, but
I will be back during the week of July 13th.
Like, I don't give a rat's ass when you're going on vacation. Rat's ass would be the proper terminology in a case such as this, wouldn't it? I don't care. We'll do it before you go on vacation. How about that? He really wants to get rid of this case. Thank you, Kay Willis, for gifting 5 memberships. Kay Willis is a realtor. She's south of Boston for all of your real estate needs. If you want to get out or get in, Kay Willis is your girl. Thanks, Kay. Pregnant pause here.
And I'll be around for part of the following week, the 20th and 21st.
Bastille Day, July 14th in Paris. Yes, it is. I've been there for Bastille Day. It was
about the
amazing.
week of
Thank you, Chick.
June 22nd. Your 10 days would give you to like the 20th.
Who's going to be the first person to make the meme of Chris Albert scratching his head? Hold on. Come to screen if you can. Like, how about we get it in June then if you have to go to Europe in July? Freeze game. On point. Yes. Once again, you're welcome. Jen McCabe's face. That means we're going to have to pay more. The bills are going to be bigger this month. Looks like Texberry's not getting his 30 days.
Your 10 days
Oh, there it is again.
would give you to like the 20th.
Yeah.
We'll give you 20 days. For the week of the, you can't be here the 29th or the 30th?
Jen McCabe is shell shocked. I know they're all watching. Hey, hate watch is still a watch. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out. I heard Bethany Frankel talking about hate watchers today, and it was really resonated with me.
Your Honor, I believe that we leave on the 1st, if my calendar is accurate. If my calendar is not accurate, my wife will probably kill me.
Dude, TMI. Your wife will probably kill you if your calendar is not accurate. You're leaving on the 4th. He doesn't even know when he's leaving. Do you know your wife's birthday or your anniversary, sir?
I'm not here to cause
I believe I'm
discord.
around on the 29th.
Oh, look at the quick glance between Brian Albert and Jen McCabe. Hold on a second. Watch at them glancing at each other. The quick glance amongst the plaintiffs. Check it out.
My wife will probably kill me.
I'm not here to cause
I believe I'm
discord.
around on the 29th.
You see that? Do you see that? He's like, I'm not here to cause marital discord. Somebody said Matt whispered something. Yeah, tell him the guy never went in the house. These people should never, ever, ever play poker, ever. And if they do, I want in. He's going on his vacation.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I'll be on vacation then too, that time. My wife's birthday is the 4th of July, so I tend to go away right before it.
He knows her birthday. He said in open court he knows his wife's birthday. Bob Weir wants to know if they're holding hands behind Matt. Matt's like, oh, shucks. Can't believe this is happening to me again.
Sorry for airing that.
Really tugging at my heart.
I know. She'd kill me for saying that.
We won't ask you how old she is.
You will not get an answer from me, even if I'm compelled.
Okay, wait. Hold on, because the
July
troll is back
13th.
with one of the stock accounts. Hey, here comes.
14th.
Here, look, KC headline years, same troll, same sock accounts. Is this chick Melanie always this sensitive? WTF? I'm not sensitive at all. I think you're a moron. You've already so far paid me like $10 to try and rage bait me because that's what you do. It's not sensitivity. It's calling out the more. Oh, wow. Your profile pic is really so hot. Wow. I mean, that's well done, sir. Well done to you. Are you sure you can afford to give me $10? Are you sure? I don't want to see you short on rent this month. I don't want to be the cause of that.
The
Oh.
14th would be fine with us, Your Honor.
What's on that week, Kelsey? Looks clear, right?
14th is fine for us, Judge. Thank you.
In plaintiffs as well, Your Honor.
You know what it is? Your debit card doesn't have any more. It has like a $2 limit, right? Oh, maybe you don't even have a bank. You probably don't even have a bank account. I got it, minor man. I got you. I feel you. I mean, why spend more than $1.99 when that's like the lowest super chat that you could ever give? Yeah, I dig. Poor you. Feel for you, man. Minor man, M-I-N-E-R. Not really.
Yeah, why don't we do Monday the 13th? Well, no, 14th. We'll do it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, they're getting to the 14th of July for the anti-slap motions to
So let's
dismiss
not-
argument.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, one housekeeping matter regarding the filing schedule of this motion. The statute provides that the motion for relief under the anti-slap law has to be filed within 60 days of service of process on each defendant. My client was served, I believe, on June 21st. Based on the schedule, we may be a little bit over that timing based on the extension of time that we've received and the other side has received. I don't understand conferences with the opposing counsel.
Do you
I don't
care?
understand they have any objection.
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
It's wild to me how many sock accounts you have. It really is. Like, you're so pathetic.
So number 2 on the Rule 16 list, I guess you're gonna have to take a look at the motion to dismiss to see whether or not you need to amend. Do you anticipate any other need to amend?
The only other reason, no, probably in light of the motion, probably the biggest grounds. Obviously, since filing the complaint, we've uncovered information about additional statements, and there have been additional defamatory statements by one of the defendants since that time. And at the end of the day,
Oh, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Aidan Kearney keeps talking about them. He keeps talking about them. I know why they keep sending $1.99 super chats, the same exact person, because they're not subscribed. So I think they can't chat. They have to send a super chat for $1.99. Aidan Kearney keeps talking about us, Your Honor. So we're going to have to amend our complaint to add all the new things that he said.
16 list, I guess you're gonna have to take a look at the motion to dismiss to see whether or not you need to amend. Do you anticipate any other need to amend?
the only other reason, no, probably in light of the motion, probably the biggest grounds. Obviously, since filing the complaint, we've uncovered information about additional statements, and there have been additional defamatory statements by one of the defendants since that time. And at the end of the day, how much do we need to add to the complaint? As Your Honor already noted, it's 50 pages. So we would anticipate perhaps in response to the motion, but it would kind of be dual purpose if we did so.
We can talk about obtaining admissions, but I doubt that's going to be too productive. Hopeful. Can try, right?
Yeah, right. Admit you said this and admit that you knew it wasn't true when you said it. So admit that it was defamatory. That's not happening, Judge. It's not happening. Sorry, it's not happening.
Documents. There should be some talk early on about documents, both agreeing to certain documents and what you're going to object to. We can address those issues quickly. And then that plays into number 6 about electronically stored documents. So why don't you send them what you had in the other case to start? Didn't you come up with some protocol?
We did. I am confident that we can work out a protocol right at the outset that works for this case. I'm happy to work with plaintiff's counsel to do that. I think we all do ESI a lot, so I don't think that'll be an issue here.
Are you speaking for all 3 of you now? We're
I'm
just
speaking for these 2.
My client has not previously been involved in any of these litigations, of course, but we are happy to work with opposing counsel on that issue as well.
Okay, so
He speaks for Aidan. That's true. You can't hurt someone's feelings if they don't have any. Thanks, Teresa. That's right.
hopefully you can try and agree on that before the hearing date on the anti-SLAPP motions, all right?
It really sucks to suck.
Number 7, claims of privilege. Given the number of allegations in the complaint involving the parties and their lawyers, I have to anticipate it's going to be an issue.
Yes, Your Honor, there is. The allegations speak to communications with counsel. So we have to work through those, and we'll be asserting the appropriate objections and asserting the misread rights to protect that privilege.
Right. I'm sure you will, but some of the
Yeah, a lot of stuff is privileged that they brought up in their complaint, like text messages between Aidan Kearney and David Yannetti, and text messages between Aidan Kearney and Alan Jackson. I think you're up to I don't know, maybe $12 or $14 right now. Keep sending me your money because I'm going to take it. Keep sending me your money, jackass. It's a prepaid debit card, I'm sure.
And we'll be asserting the appropriate objections and asserting the misread rights to protect that privilege.
right. I'm sure you will, but some of the discussions and manner in which maybe parties themselves allowed information to become public may raise some issues with those claims of privilege. So how about we start with what's in the complaint?
A lot of the stuff in the complaint was privileged too. Let's take that back a moment.
Information to discussions and manner in which maybe parties themselves allowed information to become public may raise some issues with those claims of privilege. So how about we start with what's in the complaint? And maybe you could work toward identifying issues you have with some of the statements in the complaint. Because ultimately we're going to have to deal with them on a statement by statement basis, I think.
We certainly can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I shared his statement. I think there'll be some complex privilege issues potentially in this case, as Your Honor alluded to, given attorneys being used and third parties involved in these statements and what they were disclosing and additional information we've learned. So, I'm amenable to teeing these issues up. Part of it, we need to kind of see what the nature of the privilege assertion ultimately is and whether or not it stands. But I think, plaintiffs are obviously agreeable to addressing those as early as possible.
Your Honor, in terms of the best way to address that so the court can adjudicate the issue, would you prefer that we submit some type of a compendium of what we think is protected, privileged, allow them to respond, and then bring it to the court's attention? How would you like us to do that?
I would welcome you working to try and agree on what you can agree on and agree on what you're going to disagree on. Okay?
Thank you.
So work that out however you want, and we'll pick a date. If you want to get some dates on the books now, because I know everyone's going to be busy.
Yes, because we've heard about your European vacation, and Chelsea does say, actually, Chelsea says, oh, so as it turns out, you can't use Aidan's stolen phone extraction? Oh. Keep paying me. Keep paying me. I'll take every $2 you throw my way. Keep paying me. Here's the thing. StreamYard doesn't have filters, asshole. Oh, my God. The desperation. When the desperation, how afraid they get. When the desperation ramps up. They keep paying $2 to come in here and insult me. I think we're up to like $20 by now. Don't burn that prepaid debit card that Jen McCabe gave you. You're going to run out of money soon. I think it has like a $25 limit. How sad and lonely you are.
Do we want to pick a date in August that we could deal with the privilege issues?
Easy.
You don't have to. I'm just offering it up.
I would suggest, Your Honor, and I'm going to speak for the defendants, that maybe we confer and then we can come to you with a date. It might be the easier way of doing it then, because I'm not even sure what the parameters of it will be until we have a chance to see their position and go forward. That's just my 2 cents.
I'm betting, though, that there's going to be some things you don't agree on.
Your Honor, assuredly, there's going to be areas we do agree on. It's just what are those specifically? Because privilege fights are very detailed and fact specific. So I think we need to understand what they're ultimately going to be, what the assertion is going to be.
He's talking with his hands like he really needs more time, Your Honor. Like, Your Honor, these are going to be very, 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 very difficult. Very difficult. Almost like whack-a-troll. It's going to be really, 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 really hard. Keep paying me. Keep paying me. I'll take your money. Money is money. Money is money. Easy money. StreamYard doesn't have filters. StreamYard has the touch-up button. You're so pathetic, all of you. Let's see. Are those other people live tonight? Or are they all in here? The Haas defendants YouTube channel. My God, Scott, your fingers must be getting really tired. Yeah, Better is going to be in on this case as well.
So that's why I'm just putting out there that
I agree with that, Judge.
Okay.
We're all in on the same
I don't have
joke.
a dog in this fight, I don't think.
Well, you might, right?
in the sense that,
Wait, hold on. Well, you might what? Stop interrupting my stream, you dumb negative IQ morons. But keep sending me money. It adds up.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
I don't have a dog in this fight, Your Honor. He represents Aidan Kearney. He's like, I don't have a dog in this fight. Right. Because it's not Aidan Kearney's privilege. If he had conversations with David Yannetti or Alan Jackson, those aren't privileged. That's not his privilege. Communications between Karen and her attorneys are privileged. Like, I don't have a dog in this fight. And by the way, I'm going to Europe. Did I tell you I'm going to Europe? I'm going on a European vacation the week of July 4th. I should raise my minimum super chat. How do I do that? Can I do that?
I think.
Well, you might, right?
Well,
You
in
might.
the sense that Mr. Kearney's lawyer is not involved in any communications.
Well, so far, the ones that they quoted in their complaint were only between Aidan and Alan and Aidan and King David. They in the stolen phone extraction, though, I do believe there were text messages between Aidan and Betterow and Aidan and Bradel, right? So he's like, well, you might. He knows more about this case than the plaintiff's attorney does, the judge does.
Alleged in the complaint, to my understanding.
No communications alleged between Mr. Kearney and his attorney?
I believe in the complaint, there are not any. Obviously, there's a lot of communication between him and defendant Reed's attorneys, as outlined in there. But I can't just top of my head recall any. I don't remember him having an attorney during the course of the core of the conspiracy, the defamation that we've alleged in there. But there's nothing in the complaint, as far as I recall. So,
Damn. The core of the conspiracy? The core of the conspiracy? You're not going to be able to show a conspiracy, sir. I mean, I know you're really, really reaching. You're like grasping at wet paper straws right now. But you're really, really, really reaching now.
Okay. Does anyone anticipate any expert witnesses?
Who needs an expert in this case? Common sense.
Well, the underlying lawsuit has the need for expert witnesses. So, but in terms of the claims in this case, I need to assess that, Judge. I'm not certain at this point, but.
When you say the underlying lawsuit?
Well, the underlying lawsuit, the death of John O'Keefe, obviously there's a dispute about.
Oh, no, I'm just talking in this case.
We need to assess that. I don't have an answer for you at the moment, Judge.
we would anticipate several experts, questions of damages, internet usage, potentially issues relating to the death of Officer O'Keefe.
Wait a second. Dude, experts like what? Colin Albert's therapist is going to come in and talk about the intentional infliction of emotional distress claim and all the therapy that he's been going to, as all the other plaintiffs also, all of their therapists are going to come in and testify about how they've been so emotionally distressed that they've been going to do you think Brian Albert goes to therapy? Internet usage experts. Okay, bring it. Hold on. Hold on. This is getting good now.
Several experts, questions of damages, internet usage, potentially issues relating to the death of Officer O'Keefe, potentially, and part of it plays into.
How are you going to prove that John O'Keefe was hit by a car? How are you going to prove that? Are you going to prove that as part of this lawsuit? Are you going to try and prove that your plaintiffs had nothing to do with him or nothing to do with his murder or cover up of his murder? Are you going to bring back Judd Welcher or Trooper Paul? Internet experts on what?
What's the state of issue resolution by that time? So it's kind of difficult to predict looking forward, but we anticipate at the outset having several experts.
Okay. Well, I encourage you to give it some thought because that's the purpose of Rule 16, to try and get ahead of it a little. All right. So the timing and extent of discovery. The timing
I mean,
if we,
this high-powered lawyer, Chris Maddie, that they've hired of the Alex Jones verdict fame, he hasn't said anything. He hasn't said a word yet. Tuxbury's doing all the talking. I wonder what he bills an hour, Chris Maddie. Does anybody know? Yeah, get an expert on how Turtle Boy's phone was hacked and leaked. That'll be good.
put this on a fast track, discovery and depositions served and non-expert depositions completed would be February 10, 2027.
That's it. He wants this case over and done by February 2027. That's not very far away. All discovery requests and depositions he wants done by February 10th of 2027. It's like, it's May. He's like, you got 9 months to get all your depositions done and all your discovery exchanged. You got 9 months. That's what you got now, because now you're on the fast track. I mean, at least send me $499.99. What am I, chopped liver over here with the super chats? That's right. I'm going to make that the minimum. I didn't know you could make a minimum.
Attorney Tuxbury, have you given thought to how many people you think you need to depose?
Oh, we have, Your Honor. You know, it depends. I think in this case, it's unique, Your Honor, because obviously there's been a criminal trial. There's been testimony taken. There's been grand jury testimony taken. We don't have those transcripts. We're trying to get those, but there's been that. There is a pending wrongful death lawsuit that Your Honor is overseeing. There's depositions going to be taken in that case. So I think about this case, I think about the ability to leverage for discovery purposes prior testimony. Hopefully we'll.
I think you're over leveraged and out leveraged and out. Dude, do you have any idea what you've gotten yourself into? Do you have any idea what you've gotten yourself into? Nobody is sending you $1.99 super chats, Mr. Tuxbury. I've already made at least $18 from people who want to come on here and make fun of me. Nobody's even paying you at all if you're a plaintiff. So you're not. I'm making more money off of this case than you are. And it's your people who are paying me. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. Yeah, you need to get the transcripts. You know what you could actually do? You could actually go to YouTube and you could just play their testimony for yourself on your computer at home, and YouTube generates a transcript. It's crazy. It's wild. It's like this new thing that they do. It's insane. You don't need to even pay for the transcripts. You don't even need to pay. Just go to YouTube. They'll transcribe it right for you. They'll do it for you. I'm going to buy another yacht. Yacht today. No crying on the yacht. You haven't even paid me enough yet to buy another $30 Target sweater. Tuxbury's already 10 times less whiny than Diller, says Corey Hopkins. Oh my God. 2/27, February of 2027. That's when all discovery has to be done. 2/27. 2/27. It's meant to be. It's written in the stars. The judge is in on the same joke. He's like, I want all depositions and discovery to be exchanged by 2/27. You know why? Because you can't make it up. Because you can't make it up. I'm glad if you're laughing. We got to laugh sometimes, or we're just going to cry all the time. Not about the trolls. Trust me, I'm taking them all the way to the bank.
Be able to do that so that people are either no need to take them because they've already been deposed, even though I wasn't there. I have information there, but we anticipate somewhere between 15 to 24 is what our current estimate of what we think of witnesses would be. In terms of timing.
24, so you want to do 24 depositions? I know trolls math is hard. 24 equals 24 depositions. They're going to do at least 24 depositions. 2 of them will be the defendants, in this case, Karen Reed and Aidan Kearney. 2/27, we're going to be dancing on the yacht. We're going to make merch, dancing on the yacht. I feel bad for the European viewers if you guys are up and it's like 3:30 in the morning. But you know what? Join the party. It's a party now. Because I got like $18. I could buy us all like, I don't even think I could buy us like a 6-pack of Bud Light for $18, but you know, we'll do what we can.
Your Honor, we weren't that far off from what you suggested. I think the big X factor for us is the length of time on the, how long it takes to adjudicate the NSI motion, whether there's interlocutory appeal, but we.
No, it's how long it takes. Come on, dude. Get with the program. It's how long it takes, not how long. How long it takes for us to, appeal. Like he's already expecting to lose. He's already expecting to lose. Hold on. When it takes 4 hours to go through a 27-minute hearing. Listen, if you didn't want to come and laugh with me or pay me $2 to insult me, you could go watch this on CantonCommunityTV.org without the laughs. Here we go. He's talking with his hands again. He's all over. He's like, he's got an Apple Watch on. It looks like maybe his heart rate is going up. I don't know. He should really check it later.
Ability to leverage for discovery purposes prior testimony. Hopefully we'll be able to do that so that people are either no need to take them because they've already been deposed, even though I wasn't there.
Nobody's been deposed.
Information.
The only person who's been deposed is Steve Scanlon. As far as we know. The only person who's been deposed is Steve Scanlon. And I don't think they're going to give you the transcript.
There, but we anticipate somewhere between 15 to 2 dozen is what our current estimate of what we think of witnesses would be. In terms of timing, Your Honor, we weren't that far off from what you suggested. I think the big X factor for us is the length of time on the, how long it takes to adjudicate the NSI motion, whether there's interlocutory appeal.
Oh, yes. You already expect to lose the anti-slap motion. You don't know how long the judge is going to take to decide it. And so you're already anticipating an interlocutory appeal, which means during the course of the litigation appeal. He already knows he's losing and he's telling us everything. We're all in on the same joke. Even the court officer, look at him. He's in on the same joke too. Again, how long it's going to take for us to lose the anti-slap motions and then appeal them. This judge is not playing.
But we think discovery February, mid-spring is very reasonable. But with that caveat of how long that briefing takes.
How about 227? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about 227? Did 227 happen? Tuxbury. Jimbo, Tuxbury. Did 227 happen?
February's in the winter, though.
I don't know if that's good
You
or
don't want to
bad.
extend it already. And last I checked in that other case, there wouldn't be a lot of transcripts available at this point. So
I believe
maybe that's changed a little bit.
Yes, because you know why he knows that? Jimbo? I'm going to call him Jimbo. Motion granted. His name's James Tuxbury. I'm just going to call him Jimbo. Jimbo, you know why the judge knows that? Because he is overseeing the case of O'Keefe's versus Karen Reed. And last time there was a conference, which is, I don't know, not that long ago, there was only one deposition done by Diller, and that was of the guy who called himself Mike Lynch when he reached out to David Yannetti. We know this because David Yannetti was on Turtle Boy's fundraiser the other day, in which they raised, we raised, because I was on that fundraiser too. We did it, over $80,000 for the defense of this ridiculous asinine lawsuit. David Yannetti told us that a guy named Mike Lynch called him, but that Mike Lynch really turned out to be Steve Scanlon. And so that's the only deposition that has been done. The only one. And by the way, sir, February is winter. I mean, he's correcting him on everything. The Afro Man effect is in full swing here. Here it is. Here's Afro Man. He's up there in the corner. He's watching over us. We also have a lemon pound cake, because who doesn't love a little mama's lemon pound cake? And we have Afro Man, and we also have, because Charissa made, I think it was Charissa, right? Are you here, Charissa? Made this. Look, it's an Afro Man cupcake. All right, you losers. Who makes little icons for you? Does anybody make merch for you for $2? No, they don't. Not even $2. You couldn't even break the $2 mark. Oh, it's so sad. Judge is like, yeah, I know what's been going on in that other case, and it's exactly nothing except a deposition of Steve Scanlon. How long till the FBI truck comes back, says Stacy. And everyone got a good little chuckle out of that. Let's hear it again. Why not? Nobody can stretch a 27-minute hearing into a 2-hour sitcom the way I can.
It is very reasonable, but with that caveat of how long that briefing takes.
February's in the winter, though.
February's in the winter, sir.
I don't know if that's good
You
or
don't want to
bad.
extend it already. And last I checked in that other case, there wouldn't be a lot of transcripts available at this point. So
I believe
maybe that's
Everyone got a chuckle out of that too.
changed a little
I
bit.
believe only one, Your Honor, yes.
Oh, you do know that much, Jimbo. Jimbo knows there's only been one deposition in the other case.
We're trying in that one. In terms of the number of witnesses, I generally agree with Mr. Tuxbury, but in terms of the number of witnesses and the time frame seems to be fine, depending on how the anti-slap motion is.
Okay. And I know you already think it's not enough, your client thinks it's not enough time, but
Wink and a nod.
I would suggest that it's probably not enough time, but
we're going to do our best.
Is Turtle Boy live tonight? I don't know. It's not my turn to watch him. Not my turn to watch him. I don't know what he's doing tonight. I heard Sam Benigno was live though. So if anybody wants to jump on over there, please do. I don't know. It's Wednesday. Doesn't he usually do a Tuesday show?
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to talk about?
The one thing, Your Honor, we talked about the hearing on the 14th for the anti-SLAPP motion. We hadn't talked about an opposition date for, our opposition to two motions. One would be June 10th and one would be next week. I would propose, Your Honor, if it's amenable, July 7th for responses to both.
I heard a hot mic and it's like, we need to be able to. I don't know. I didn't check the schedule. I don't have to ask anybody's permission to do my show. I didn't ask for $5. I want my $2. I want 5. I want 5. I want 10. Do I hear 10? Do I hear 20? Do I hear 20? Do I hear $499.99?
That's fine.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, would we be provided with an opportunity in the event we need to submit a reply?
As long as you get it done by the end of that week.
Like 227.
You got to read it ahead of time. Get it done by the 10th. Does that work?
I'll be away in Europe at that time, but we'll have to do what we can.
Again, with your European vacation, you're going to make the trolls who can only afford $1.99 feel really bad because you're going to Europe and they're not. Damn it. Again, he's going to be in Europe. He's got to this is like the third time that he's told us that he's going to be in Europe. It's like, all right, we all have FOMO. I want to go for Bastille Day too. He hasn't even told us where he's going, and we're still all really, really, really jealous. He's got a humble brag problem, maybe. Is Aidan paying for your European vacation? How much are you charging him? Will 81 grand cover it?
You got to read it ahead of time. Get it done by the 10th. Does that work?
I'll be away in Europe at that time, but we'll have to do what we can.
I'm not looking to ruin your vacation, all right? So if you're saying you have someone else that can help you out dealing with it, all right?
I do.
Okay, good. Any other issues from the plaintiff's perspective?
I think we've covered everything, Your Honor.
Any of the defendants?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor.
All right, thanks very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you all. So the matter is continued to June 4th, 2026 at 10 a.m. for the hearing on the protective order. This further continues to July 14th, 2026 at 2 p.m. for the hearing on the anti-SLAPP motion. Thank you all.
And hopefully you can agree on the protective order. If you do, let us know as soon as you can so we can put something else on that day, all right?
Certainly, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
If you're able to work it out, let me know. Camera pool footage supplied by WFXT TV 25, Canton Community AC 2026. I've linked the website below for you in case you love to watch all things Canton. You should do that on Canton Community TV. Wow. I mean, and then you know what had happened was, and then the judge issued an order. I've got it. I've got the judge's order. I have it here. Don't worry. I have it for you. But it's going to cost you another $1.99. We know exactly who it was who sent the $1.99 super chats because they have about 100 burner accounts. It's the same person. My sweater says no crying on the yacht. No crying on the yacht. I've linked it to the stream. You too can buy one of these sweaters at Target for $30. Yes, the house defendants need experts to tell them how to tell the truth. So true. Let's go to the super chats before we go to the order. Massborn, thanks for your 5, says Massborn, but now Virginia Beach here. My son fights at war for my ability to say stop this corruption. Thank your son for his service so very much. I'm sure you worry about him every day. Thank you. Thank him from us. And thank you for your 5. D. Klein says, I love the snark tonight. Needed it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And your 10. I watch Trials is concerned about Higgins. I don't know. He could be on a weight loss journey, right? He could be on a weight loss journey. And if he's on a weight loss journey, good for him. Good for him. Maybe he stopped drinking all the JMO and ginger. That'll cut out a lot of calories right there, right? Jordan says that must be Kevin from South Boston. Oh, that's when we were trying to figure out who was sitting on the end of the row. Meanwhile, FKA Michelle said, excuse me, you hit the nail on the head right there. Thank you for your 10. I'm not sure what part of the stream you're talking about, but I think we hit a lot of nails on the head because, you know, is what it is. Sometimes you get it just right. Sometimes it's not that much of a mystery. Proctor got waffled this year and says, I fell behind, but you must be lonely if you paid me $2 to read that. Literally had me in tears laughing. Some people really get a joy. Proctor got waffled. Probably not you. Maybe you. I don't know. But you don't even have your real name on there. Some people really enjoy when I read their name on the stream and shout them out. They really, really love it. And because, you know, some people are lonely, and I'm not shading lonely people at all. But when the trolls come in under fake names and pay me $2 so that I mention their names, it makes me feel like they really, really, really are lonely. Right? Thank you for your 5 and for upping the game here. Magnolia Gypsy says, here's $10 for yacht money. I appreciate you so much. Yacht today, Satan. No crying on the yacht. We're going to have a yacht party with that. I think we're up to like $18 now. Julie says, I love your pauses and explanations. Trolls be damned. Thank you for your $20. I appreciate you so much, Julie. You're the greatest, baby. They're all trying to outdo you, troll. They're all trying to outdo you. And you know what's so funny is that the person who's the troll is the person that you think is like free Karen Reed, maybe. That's what's really funny about it. Under 1 million different stock accounts. That's been outed by somebody who also thought they were friendly. It's funny. Celine the Bean says, happy to pay $5 to tell you that I adore you, Mel. These guys are like a group project where no one did the work. Well done. You win, Celine the Bean. Love it. Thanks for your 5. Mama She. Thanks for your 10. Says Mel's commentary is the best. No, you're the best. You're the best. Dumpster Fire Show says Higgins looks like his soul is sad. I like how you rounded it up to $2 so that I wouldn't think that you were one of the trolls, right? I don't know if anybody wants to do a deeper dive into it to find out. I mean, I know who already has. You guys have already done the work. You know who this person is. Gray Space says Higgy looks like he's being haunted by John O'Keefe's ghost. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I forgot to do it. But I put a little. I screenshot a little thing from Poltergeist 2 of Carol Ann talking on the phone to the poltergeist because that's what that quote is from. They're here. They're back. I mean, they're back. They're back. It's from Carol Ann. Remember Carol Ann talking on the phone? I do. Anyway, Grace Bay said, Higgy looks like he's being haunted by John O'Keefe's ghost. Thanks for being here for 17 months. You're a very kind contributor to the channel. Decline says, sad thing about trolls, it doesn't bother Melanie at all. Love you and all the cupcakes. We're just going to make merch. Like, look at this person. AA Ron Turner, Dad 8502. Look him up. Has a picture of a black man on his profile and says, curious why she making fun of us with low dollar, $2 signs, and then a question mark. Same person as this person. Thank you, AA Ron, for your $1.99. Casey Headline Years, same person. Is this chick Melanie always as sensitive? WTF. Thank you for your $1.99. You've got a really awesome, well, it's not really like a hairdo. I would call it more like a hair don't on your profile picture, but you do you. No big whoop. Same person here. B Barb Hans. Thank you again for your $1.99. She's probably from Long Island, not New York City. Tough. Oh, honey, did you think that would hurt my feelings? Thank you so much for your $1.99. And then this same person again, Grant the Burger. Danny's on NBC. Mel, why so thin skin from New York City? Oh, and then this person, the real Danny, who said not cool to go live against Sam Benigno. Lonely. Oh, lonely boy. Oh, lonely boy. It's from my favorite TV show, Gossip Girl. Lonely boy. Let's say 2, 4, 6. There's a couple more. 8, 10 that I'm not even putting up. 12, 14, 16. I think we actually deleted a couple. So maybe we're up to $20. Can we can for $20? Can we get ourselves a 12 pack of Bud Light? I don't think so. Oh, this person, Ron DeSack Nowitz. Well done. Thank you for the extra $1.99. We're getting there. We're going to be able to afford a $12. Here's another one. Here's another Josh Kim Johnson P3K. Thank you so much for your deuce. We're getting close to a 12 pack. And this person, Roman P. Thank you again. And you can tell, I mean, it's so easy. Star Mountain. There you go. I know they have to pay sales tax on each one. Yeah, if you do it from your phone, you're right. It charges you more money. Yeah, you're right. They do. StreamYard has a touch-up button. And right now, because of low lighting, mine is at 49%. 49%. You're probably one of those people that never, ever tries to make yourself look better. And I really feel sorry for you and your spouse because you don't even try. Okay. I was admitted to the bar in 1992. You know that because you look me up everywhere. Do the math. I mean, I know math is really hard. Because you can only count up to $1.99. I was admitted to the bar in 1992. You know that. Do the math. It's not hard to figure out how old I am. I'm really, really sorry for you and your spouse that you never try and look any better than the ugly that emanates from all of your pores. It's so gross. LIBMR Duck says, I'm a few minutes behind, but Higgy looks like he's about to burst into tears. Thanks for your 5. Luna's mom says, Mel, I live for your snark and troll patrol. It's me, Andrea says, thank you for season 3, episode 1 of the McAlberts. You're welcome. I'm just trying to see how many wrinkles I have. Oh, look. Am I showing my age too much? Teach your children better. Hulda says, we need McTrolbert fundraising stream. Hell to the no. Music My Soul says, Melanie, can they take depositions that fast? In this case, with Aidan still facing criminal charges. Well, they won't take his deposition, but they can proceed with other discovery. His will be stayed pending the conclusion of his criminal case. But again, they have until February of 2027, and his criminal case should be over by, when's the trial date on that? I forget, December. Thank you for your 5. Cupcakes for Justice says, oh my God, Mel, I've been watching you all afternoon since I got back from the pool. So glad I found you live now. Oh, you missed a lot of free entertainment from some really cheap sock accounts. New Jersey Kathy says, for the Costco liquor fund. Cheers. They don't sell liquor at Costco here. Do they, Scott? I know they don't at the one that I typically go to. But I appreciate you. Thank you, Kathy. And Red House Media is here. It says, best place to lurk on YouTube. Wait, is that the guy from Dexter on your profile picture? He was on the original Dexter series, right? I remember him. He was like on the team in Miami, right? Oh, please. Master Shenanigans, thanks for your 10, says, I challenge the troll. Yeah, you better up your game, mofo. Gigi, look at Gigi coming in with $100 on Cash App. She's like, F them. F them. Gigi loves you. Thank you, Gigi, because Gigi's awesome. You sad, pathetic losers. Thank you, Sherilyn, for your Cash App as well. I love you with all my heart, too. Haters gonna hate. Hurt people hurt people. Or at least they try to. They don't hurt me because I really am too old to give a flying F. I have no more Fs to give. Thanks for your 10, Master Shenanigans. Josie Lou, thank you. Thank you for your super sticker. Tinfoil Hat Society says that my hair looks really pretty. Oh, thank you. It's like pool hair, don't care. Thank you, sweet pea. Not Jen McCabe says Jen McCabe has nothing to do with the trolls. I know. But I do like your profile picture with the fake mustache and glasses on, Jen McCabe. It's very cute. And you're tuning in all the way from the down under. Leon Nicholas has been trolling happily since 2023. Take that, Mel. Thank you so much. Conservative Knitter says tomorrow marks my husband's 18th alive day after severe injuries in Afghanistan. Oh my God, I'm praying. Baby Jesus, tiny Jesus is here. So glad he's still here with me. We love your show. Shout out to you and your husband. And oh, that makes me want to cry. See? Congratulations. Thank you for the $18 super chat. Conservative Knitter, I hope you're knitting something beautiful and your pup is adorable. And shout out to your husband. Thank you for your service. And we're so happy that you're still here with us on this mortal coil, as Kathy would say, from Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. Tina says she became a new member because F the trolls. I mean, you're just making me more popular, really, is what you're doing. Gigi says that YouTube took away your profile. How did that happen, Gigi? And she sent me another 50 to tell me that. Gigi, I don't know how to help you on that. If anybody in the chat can help Gigi find out what happened to her YouTube profile. I don't know how to help you. I'm like not good at YouTube except for when I'm here. Big deck energy tonight, says Grizz Girl. Thank you for your 5. Mama, she said, Mel, I wore that same sweater to my girl's senior graduation breakfast. Most appropriate. I love you with all my heart. I love it. I love it. Thanks for your time. Let's take a look at the judge's order. Let's take a look at the judge's order because he's not wasting any time. He wants this case gone. He wants it off his desk. He wants it out of his courtroom. And he has really no more Fs to give about this either. He really, really, really doesn't. Got it. Okay. Thank you, Scott. Okay, so, oops. What had just happened was, I don't know. I'm on the Ethernet. I don't know why I would just leave the stream like that. It looks like it buffered on me. I don't know. Is YouTube having problems? Are we breaking the internet tonight? We might be. Here's the order. It was just issued today, 5/27/26, in Jennifer McCabe et al. Versus Karen Reed et al. Footnote 1, after Jennifer McCabe et al. Says Brian Albert, Colin Albert, and Brian Higgins. And Karen Reed et al. Footnote 2 says Aidan Kearney. I don't know why they just couldn't type out the whole caption. Was somebody lazy? It takes more effort to do the footnotes than it does to just type out the caption. Any paralegals in the chat? I know we have 1 million paralegals in the chat. Hold on. Shannon says she's not a troll, and she paid me another $5 on Cash App to tell me that. She says they sat over there to get on TV, didn't they? I feel like they were in the back pew, all the way in the back, thinking they wouldn't be on TV. I think that they thought that the cameras weren't going to be there. And I think that they thought that the cameras weren't going to be on. And I think that they thought that the Zoom wasn't going to be on. And I think that they somehow had some pull because there were a lot of people waiting for the Zoom to start. And then the court said, we're not turning on the Zoom today. So I really don't think that they thought the cameras were going to be there. And I think that they're going to try and fight to keep the cameras out. So thank you, Shannon, very much. Yeah, it got kind of lost in the middle of the whole flurry of the $1.99 troll super chats. So thank you, Shannon. You're not a troll. Shannon is not a troll. That's a good username. Shannon, you should change it. Here's the order following the Rule 16 conference. What is Rule 16, you say? Here it is. Here's Rule 16. Well, StreamYard sucks, so we'll go over Rule 16 after this because I have to keep switching. It's in a different browser screen window, so we have to forget it. Protective order. An issue with a proposed protective order was identified. Well, here, wait. First, it says Rule 16 conference was held on May 26, 26. The rule requires the court to make an order which recites the action taken at the conference. Protective order. An issue with a proposed protective order was identified that the parties are addressing through motion practice. Relevant filings are to be made, and a hearing was scheduled for June 4th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Mark your calendars. Scott, you put up the score on the hockey game earlier. I'm just going to quickly check it. Montreal really needs to pull this off tonight, my friends. Go Habs. Sorry. Not sorry to anybody who lives in the Carolinas, but I can't stand the Canes. They're really mean. It's 3-0. Second period. 1 minute left. Canes are up 3-0. Come on, Habs. You got to win this. Hockey playoff season is my favorite time of year. Favorite season of the year. So clearly they can't agree on a protective order, and so they're going to have to make motions. Judge is like, make your filings, put it in writing, and I'll see you next week. June 4th, 10 a.m. May the 4th be with you. But it's June, so the joke doesn't really work, but you know what I'm talking about. Jessica Hyde. May Jessica Hyde be with you. Electronically stored information, also known as ESI. The parties indicated their belief that they could work cooperatively, or cooperatively, as Hank Brennan used to say, to address any issues related to the preservation and discovery of electronically stored information. Anti-SLAPP motions. Both defendants will file a special motion to dismiss under General Law 231, Section 59H, the so-called anti-SLAPP statute. A hearing date of July 14th, 2026 at 2 p.m. was set. The motions and oppositions shall be filed on or before July 7th of 2026. It's really going to put a dent into Mr. Pyle's European Vacation. Another great movie, by the way. Do you guys ever watch European Vacation? Chevy Chase, one of the greats. One of the greats. Hey, kids, there's Big Ben as they drive around the traffic circle around Big Ben like 400 times. Hey, kids, there's Big Ben. European Vacation. Highly recommend. Oh, I got to get out of here soon so I can watch the Testaments finale tonight. Anybody watching the Testaments? Footnote 3 reads, any issues with 60-day period following service of the complaint for filing such a special motion were waived at the Rule 16 conference. Okay. Waived. I might have been making jokes. I didn't really hear them waive it, but I'm going to take the judge's word for it because he was probably paying attention. Any reply may be filed separately on or before July 10th of 2026. Massachusetts has this weird rule where the motions are not filed with the court in the court docket until the opposition is filed, and then it's filed as like one packet with the court. That's what they do over there in Massachusetts. And so the judge is like, motion and opposition has to be filed before July 7th, which really means if we give the plaintiffs 7 days to oppose, that the anti-SLAPP motion would be due like July 1st. And then they would have to, if they were getting 7 days, they would get until July 7th because it has to be filed on July 7th. And then if they want to reply, if the defendants want to reply, they only get 3 extra days. That is a tight schedule, my friends. It is a tight schedule. This judge is having none of it. He's like, this is petitioning activity. This is petitioning activity. Green-eyed Southern Girl knows what I'm talking about. She says, my favorite was the first one when poor Aunt Edna was on the luggage rack. Right? Diane says, absolutely love your banter with the attorney responses. Don't give the trolls any attention. They don't deserve any of your energy. Diane, it's what I love to do most. The second you tell me don't do something, then I'm just going to do it. Have you met me? And also, you have to understand that I don't care. I find it amusing and I find it rewarding for me and for you personally when we call these people out on their trollism, because that is how sad they are. They hate me so much, and yet they spend every waking moment watching every single thing I do. Every single thing that I do. Christmas Vacation, also a good one. Gomer. Okay, Mitchell, you got me. Gomer pile in Europe. We're going to wait for the recap. And they give me money. It's fantastic. Okay, moving on. Privilege issues. A reading of the complaint makes it obvious there will be claims of privilege asserted by one of the defendants. Karen Reed. Counsel for such defendants shall seek to identify such claims and provide notice to plaintiff's attorneys. The parties shall seek to resolve any issues, and any such issues shall be brought before the court. So you better try and work it out. But if you can't work it out, you better come to me, and you better come to me soon, because I'm not effing around here. Says, that was in the voice of Judge Mark Gildea. Tracking order. I raised an issue with the tracking order being on the average track, and that my review of the claims in this action resulted in the opinion that the fast track was more appropriate. This is a complex case. This is a complex litigation. In my opinion, this is not a fast track case unless the judge knows what he's going to do with it. It can't be a fast track case if the plaintiff wants to get all the depositions done, at least 24 of them, and all of the discovery done, and they want to try and prove a defamation case and an intentional infliction of emotional distress case, etc., and a civil conspiracy case against the ham sandwich of Aidan and Karen that they couldn't indict criminally. And remember also, Jennifer McCabe and Chris Albert both tried to get restraining orders against Aidan Kearney, and they were denied. This is like their last ditch effort. Remember Michael Morrissey begging the Attorney General, Andrea Campbell, begging her to please prosecute Aidan Kearney. Please, 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 please. Because we have a conflict. We can't do it. We have to keep hiring people like Ken Mello, who also got arrested for assaulting a nurse, by the way. Did you read about that? And then it just sort of like, I don't even know if he got arrested. He got a summons to appear. Ken Mello, the Ken Mello, assaulted a nurse. Thank God it wasn't Nurse Dana from the pit, because she would have had his ass in a sling. And he was supposed to be arraigned, and he was supposed to have a court date, and then it slowly, quietly fell off the docket, right? Ken Mello and Cosgrove, special prosecutors for Aidan Kearney, because nobody else wanted to touch it. They tried to get it to a different county too, didn't they? I mean, for the love of the traveling Mary, they didn't even prosecute, and they still haven't brought prosecution or charges against Matthew Farwell, who murdered Sandra Birchmore, the girl that he groomed and raped since she was at least 15 years old when he took her virginity, murdered her and her unborn child. Took the feds to come in for that. So you can just see how scared they are today. Really ramping up. They're really scared. I wonder why. It's rhetorical, of course. And Marcy still hasn't filed charges against Farwell. I did hear that his bail was denied, though. So Farwell's going to sit where he belongs, right over there in the federal holding lockup or whatever. Wherever he is, I'm not really sure. So I think he's in Rhode Island. Is he in Rhode Island, Farwell? God save us from the Commonwealth. Yeah, no perp walk for Mello. Yeah, they didn't go to him. They didn't pick him up in his underwear at his house with body camera footage and tell him he couldn't put pants on to come into court, and all he cares about is looking good for the cameras. No, they didn't do that for Ken Mello, did they? Nope. No, they didn't. Tom Gully thing. The technical name is the Federal Pokey. I don't know. I think he's from Rhode Island, I heard. Farwell. We always have at least 5 or 6 side conversations going on. The trolls tried to distract me tonight. The one troll with 10 sock accounts tonight. They really have 100, but they did succeed, because I'm just like, oh, look, something shiny. I get distracted easily. You know that. All right. Back to paragraph 2 of the tracking order. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the tracking order section. I raised an issue with the tracking order being on the average track, and that my review of the claims in this action resulted in the opinion that the fast track was more appropriate. That never happens. Only counsel for Mr. Kearney disagreed, but his opposition appeared rooted in concerns with the automatic stay of discovery provided for in the anti-SLAPP statute. And that is provided. We've read the section before many times because we've been covering this in other cases related to this one. And when a defendant files an anti-SLAPP motion, it does stay discovery, meaning nothing can be done. It stops. Such law provides that all discovery proceedings shall be stayed upon the filing of the special motion to dismiss. The hearing date is only 1 week after the filing date. The judge is like, too bad for you. I'm not dragging this out. I'm giving you a filing date with a hearing 1 week away. 1 week away. So you're not going to have to worry. You're not going to have to worry. You're not going to have to worry about the anti-SLAPP because I'm going to hear it 1 week after it's filed. Judge Gildea, Judge Kearney would like to have a word because you're ruining the curve. You're ruining the curve with your quick hearings and your fast tracking, and you're making the rest of us look bad. If there is an unreasonable delay in the issuance of decisions following the hearing, the parties are free to request an extension of the discovery deadline established under the fast track. Standing Order 1-88 anticipates that there will be instances when the designation of a case to a particular track is inappropriate. One of the benefits of a Rule 16 conference is that matters may be addressed that may aid in reducing the duration or expense of litigation. Expenses, okay? Lawyers bill every 6 minutes, every 10th of an hour. Matters may be addressed that may aid in reducing the duration or expenses of litigation. He's like, I got you. I got you. This case is complete and total. As I referenced at the conference, a change from average track to fast track may, theoretically, reduce the duration of this matter from approximately 3 years to approximately 2 years. The track is changed to fast track, which results in the following revised tracking order. Are you ready? Stages of litigation is the column on the left. He even did like a little, what do you call this little chart thing? What program is this? He did a little, I can't think of the word right now, but that's because I'm 95 years old and I have, early onset Alzheimer's. It's a table. It's a table. Yeah, it's a table. I'll go with that. Excel, spreadsheet. Yeah, it's very WordPerfect. It's WordPerfect. I'm telling you, most law firms still use WordPerfect. I'm not even joking. Carrie, because I think you're a paralegal, right? I remember. I have a good memory for some things. It's like a table. Okay, so here it is. Service of process made and returned, service of process was made, and the return late onset. I don't know. Service of process made and returned filed with the court. That was filed by July 15th, 2026. Everyone in the case has been served, and they also, I believe, the affidavits of service have been filed with the court. Response to the complaint filed. Also, see Massachusetts Rule of Civil Procedure 12. So the response to the complaint should be filed by August 14th of 2026, which means that because they're going to file their motions in lieu of an answer, which are going to be heard on, I think, July 14th, as we said before, that if by some miracle the complaint survives the anti-SLAPP motion to dismiss, that they are then going to have to put their answers in by August 14th, 2026. Shout out to all the Leos in the chat. All motions made under Massachusetts Rule of Civil Procedure 12, 9, and 20 have to be served by August 14th, 2026, filed by September 14th, 2026, and heard by October 13th, 2026. Look, he's given himself a tight timeline too. All motions under Massachusetts Rule of Civil Procedure 15, those are easily Googleable. Just Google Massachusetts Rule of Civil Procedure 15. It'll come right up. You can read it for yourself. All these rules, if you have any curiosity about them at all. You know what they say about curiosity and the cat. All discovery requests and depositions served and non-expert depositions completed by 2/27. 2/27. February 10th of 2027. The judge is in on the same joke. He gets it. And if you don't think that was an Easter egg, I don't know what to tell you. I really do think it's word perfect. Like, I think it might be. I really do. All right. That's why it looks so familiar to me. All motions under Massachusetts Rule of Civil Procedure 56 must be served by March 12th, 2027, and filed by April 12th, 2027. And a final pretrial conference shall be held and/or firm trial date shall be set by June of 2027. That is just a little over 1 year from now. This judge is like, I am done. I am done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done here. Case shall be resolved and judgment shall issue by March 17th, 2028. That is what we call a drop dead date. That's the drop dead date. So we say in the biz, drop dead date, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. How appropriate. We got a 227 Easter egg. We got a St. Patty's Day Easter egg. What more could you want from this guy? Judge Gildea, stop reading my mind. Do you think Mr. Pyle will be on a European vacation again on St. Patty's Day? He's like, I'm sorry, I can't be here. I'm going to be in Ireland. I'm going to be in Ireland. I can't. I'm planning to go to Ireland for St. Patty's Day. And by the way, it's Paddys. I'm going to be in Ireland for St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day 2028. Sláinte, my friends. Sláinte. Oh, this is my Dave Matthews cup from Cancun 2024. See, every year they give merch. This was a very nice Mir, M-I-R, travel cup that they gave us with our merch in 2024, and an awesome beach towel. They don't sponsor me or anything. I'm just saying it's a really good time. And it's gated with barbed wire, and the gate is guarded with armed guards. It's like a couple miles away from the actual resort itself in Cancun, so the trolls can't get you there. And so that's it. XOXO, Mark C. Gildea, because he sees the light May 27th, 2026, and he's having none of it. Thank you, Marion. Marion says, hi, Melanie. I love you for doing the Lord's work. Well, Marion, I love you for watching. I really do. I really do. That's right. A mom says he heard me reading the daily card. He makes time for himself. Yeah. Let's take a look since I have these tabs open for you. It's getting these tabs. Let's look at Rule 16, shall we? Because we got to learn something every now and then. It's not all just laughs here. It's legal analysis. Okay? Eat your hearts out with your $1.99 super chat. Here's the Civil Procedure Rule 16, pretrial procedure formulating issues. This is what a Rule 16 conference is designed and meant to address. Rule 16 says, in any action, let me just move this a little bit over here so I know we need bigger font. I need my readers. Rule 16, in any action, the court may, in its discretion, direct the attorneys for the parties and any unrepresented parties to appear before it for a conference to consider. Number one, and the court set this hearing, I believe, right? Did they request it, or did the court set it? And listen, I'm not shading anybody who's not a troll that sends me $1.99. Listen, if you, by all means, I don't ask for money ever. I just don't. That's why I don't host fundraisers, because I don't like asking people for money. And there are people who do super chat $1 and they are not trolls. So we are not talking about them. But we know who this person is that has all of these stock accounts. That's all I'm going to say for now. Because people have done the work on it and they deserve the credit when the big reveal happens. All right. In any action, the court may, in its discretion, direct the attorneys for the parties and any unrepresented parties to appear before it for a conference to consider. Now, listen, Judge Gildea is like, I know what's going to happen here. I am heading this whole entire shit show off at the pass. I am heading them off at the pass, and I am calling these people in to the suite for a Rule 16 conference so we can get this stuff, we can get this show on the damn road. That's what he's saying. I have so many props. I don't even know what to use next. Here's the thing that I squeeze when I start getting frustrated. It's like one of those stress balls that looks like an ice cube. And here's what they are supposed to consider. Number one, the simplification of the issues. Number two, the necessity or desirability of amendments to the pleadings. They did talk about that. There's no way to simplify these issues other than an anti-SLAPP motion. Three, the possibility of obtaining admissions of fact and of documents which will avoid unnecessary proof. Well, the judge laughed at that too. He said, yeah, I don't think admissions are going to be a thing here. It's not going to be a thing. Brenda lives in the gorge. You live in the gorge or you live near the gorge? Dear Melanie, I will be at Dave Matthews. Would you please send me pictures and videos? I'm so happy for you, Brenda. I hope to make it there someday. If I can live into my old age, and make it to the gorge, it would be my dying wish. 4, the limitation of the number of expert witnesses. Well, Mr. Tuxbury said he's going to have some internet experts, and he's going to have some experts about the damages, and he's going to have some experts about the internet. He's going to have some experts about, what else did he say? Maybe I'll take my yacht to the gorge. That would be like a really long sailing, and I have to go like all the way around. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to go like down around Florida and like through like the Panama Canal or some shit like that, and like all the way up. It'd be really hard. It would be like a really long. I have to fuel up a couple times. Gas is so expensive right now. I'm sure there's probably an easier route, but you know what else. Number 5, the timing and extent of discovery. 6, the preservation and discovery of electronically stored information, ESI. They're specialists in that now because, you know, we're like in the future now. Lawyers may even be moving away from word perfect. We have things like Westlaw now. We don't have to go to the library anymore. It's a crazy time. Agreements or proceedings for asserting claims of privilege or of protection as trial preparation material after information is produced. Well, the judge addressed that as well. The advisability of a preliminary reference of issues to a master. There are so many jokes in that sentence, in number 8, but I'm not going to make them right now. Jokes about a master. Okay, no, I'm not going to do it. Number 9, the possibility of settlement. That ain't happening either, said the judge. 10, agreement as to the damages. That's never happening either. And 11, such other matters as may aid in the disposition of this action. Well, the judge held it. That was your Rule 16 conference. And he did it. And really, nothing was, decided except for we're going on the fast track. You're getting your motions filed. We're having a couple of more appearances. I don't give a flying F about your European vacation, sir. And June 4th at 10 a.m., there will be a hearing on the protective order. July 7th, the anti-SLAPP motions are due and the response. July 14th at 2 p.m., there will be the anti-SLAPP motion hearing. So they're getting... Can we joke about a master? You can, but just talk in code, okay? Free Saint Turtle Boy, talk in code. AI on YouTube is getting crazy. They're owned by Google, and they're like, they scan the chat and they strike people. For crazy talk in the chat. Yes, I will. All right, Judith. Judith says, please, for the love of God, at $2.27 super chat. If I could make that, I would. The court shall make an order which recites the action taken at the conference. We just read the order. The amendment allowed to the pleadings and the agreements made by the parties as to any of the matters considered, and which limits the issues for trial to those not disposed of by admissions or agreements of counsel, and such order, when entered, controls the subsequent course of the action unless modified at the trial to prevent manifest injustice. Well, there is a manifest injustice happening here, but it's not against the Haas plaintiffs. Something else that I wanted to bring to your attention, your immediate attention, because boy, did I love this so much. And there are creators who allow me to play their content. I typically do not play other creators' content without permission. That is how I met Kathy from Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo, because we were covering the Brian Camp trial, and the only other person I could find covering it was Kathy at Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. And I said I wanted to catch you guys up on it, and she had the funniest summary of the case. And so I wrote her a quick email like right before I went live, and I was like, oh, I may have to beg for forgiveness instead of ask for permission. I said, hey girl, hey, I don't know you and you don't know me, but you gave such a great summary of the Brian Camp trial. She called him pocket size, tiny Brian Camp. And it would be okay if I played it for my viewers. And she like got back to me like in lightning speed. She was like, yes, please do. And she came in the chat and it was awesome. And I love that so much. I love to lift up other creators and I love to help whoever I can. And I'm here for all of you. However, what I do want to play for you tonight is Fervent's most recent video, because I know you guys, and I know you guys will get over there and you will love it and you will like it. And I saw it first today on the gram. That's why I said it, because I hate it so much. It makes me cringe on Instagram. And then I ran over to YouTube and I'm like, oh, it's on YouTube too. So I know that you guys will do this. You will all go over and love this on Fervent's channel. Look, Fervent, Fervent. Right now, it only has 957 views. We are going to get all the views up because you're going to go watch it over on there right after this, because this is a work of art. Fervent does some amazing, amazing videos. And so look how everyone's working together. It's got Trial Channel's logo on it because they also did stream Canton Community TV, giving Canton Community TV credit. I streamed Canton Community TV. I stream Law Girls when they go to court, and I send them gas money and I shout them out. And this is what you do. This is what you do when you're a nice person. Okay. This is what you do. And look, Fervent is even here in the chat. And you are amazing. I love everything that you do. You keep me laughing through all the crying that I do because of all the controls. And they make me cry so hard. And then you make me laugh, and then it makes it all better. Okay. Thank you. So here, this is what Fervent posted today. You guys enjoy this while I take a sip of my drink, because I need to stay hydrated. And get over there and like it and subscribe to Fervent's channel. Let's get him up from 957 views. Let's see how big we can get it. Let's go.
Live from Plymouth, Massachusetts, it's the first hearing in the defamation, more like defecation, case against Karen Reed and Aidan Kearney. It was a star-studded event. Let's take a look at Celebrity Row. We have the pizza guy, the busted knuckles guy, 227 lady, 227 lady's goofy husband, butt dial Bry, and I don't recognize that guy at the end. Let me know in the comments who that is. We start off with a shocker. Attorney Mark Betterow is actually admitted pro hoc vice without issue. Wow. Kearney is spinning out in her seaside cottage right now. I'll give the McAlberts credit. There's finally a lawyer going against Karen and Aidan that doesn't seem like a complete tool bag. The cameraman knows where the ratings are as they keep panning back to the McAlberts. We see Colin's hair is turning gray, despite the fact that according to the other side, he's practically a juvenile. Here's Alan Jackson explaining Matt McCabe's demeanor better than I ever could.
Fat, dumb, and happy, not knowing what was going to happen.
As far as actual issues discussed in the hearing, there seems like there's going to be some complex litigation regarding attorney-client privilege, since many of the texts referred to in the complaint involve Reed's lawyers. Gotta love the court system. We have a bunch of lawyers here together right now, but instead of arguing issues, we're going to schedule 20 more dates where we can all get together again. So there's going to be anti-slap motion to dismisses coming from both Kearney and Reed, as well as a protective order hearing. And we also found out Kearney's lawyer, Attorney Piles, is going on a European vacation the week of July 4th. Court dismissed.
Get on over there. Oh, I love when I end a video that I play for you and then it's recommending my video that we are watching right now, although it says 4 hours ago, because I don't know why it says that, but it recommends my video. So get on over there. Fervent, is that, I need to know, is that your voice? Because I'm in love with your voice. If that is your voice, if you can be in love with the voice, I am in love with your voice. I love you more. I love you more. This is like a love fest over here. It's like a love fest. And when they come in and they try and hate on our love fest, we have to bite back. We have to. And look who else is here. Trial Channel is here too. It's like an all-star creator festival tonight. Trial Channel's here. We love Trial Channel. Tara says, I'm not a troll either. Canadian money is worthless. No, thank you, sweet pea. Of course it's not. We love our Canadians. I'm rooting for the Habs. How are they doing? Hold on. I need a score update. Third period, 13:33 left in the third. Hurricanes are up 3-0. Come on, you guys. Come on. Carolina leads 2-1. Mimi says it's possible to do a $2.27 super chat and then does it. I mean, who's better than you guys? You know who? Nobody. Nobody's better than you guys. Nobody. I don't care. Fight me. I have the best chat on the internet. You are the snark tank for a reason. Tara Rayner says the House defendants are going to hire Hyde and Whiffen. They might. Didn't Jessica Hyde do it for like really cheap? And didn't Ian Whiffen do it for like free? I think so. And I think in the latest FOIA dump, I think that Whiffen's report is in there. And Hyde's report, I know, is in there somewhere. I have not had a chance to go through the dumps. But there are people far smarter than I am on forensics and other things that are probably dissecting them as we speak, like Boozy Beauty, who does amazing work on, if you choose to wait on the cesspool of Twitter, Boozy is your girl. And Emily C. and Corey Hopkins, all the queens. The queens are doing all the work. According to Woo, says class, snark, and a girl's girl. Wouldn't be anywhere else. Mel, watching you own the trolls is priceless. It's so funny because they think they have this like one picture of me at the Wilbur that they keep recycling and like throwing through some ugly program, and they keep putting it on the internet. There's one specific person, and I think, does anybody know who that Reverend something is on the cesspool of Twitter? And then somebody else took a picture of me like from underneath, like in the thing, and then they put it through a fat machine. It's like a whole thing. And they think that they're insulting me by putting my picture all over Twitter, when I really just laugh because it's so funny. All of these people will be exposed. It's not me even doing it. There's so many people that are figuring it out that it's wild. Yeah, it's not even, it's like, it's so funny. I mean, you guys know once you turn 50, you have like 0 F's left to give. And I turned 50 a very, very long time ago. So there's that. Detail Junkie, welcome. Thanks for becoming a new member. And the real Carson gave me $2 for beer funds. I think we're up to maybe Schlitz. I think we're up to maybe a case of Schlitz, maybe, right? Tara said, the shitter's full. Love your version of petty. I don't do petty normally, but I mean, they brought the petty out tonight in me. Maybe a little bit. Not so much. The Trial Channel said, cheers to all of the lonely trolls. It's just one, right? You know, thanks for your 10. Sweet pea. I mean, if you want to go petty, we can do petty. I got some timestamps for you. But if you want to, I mean, if you want to go, we can go. I normally don't do it. And I had a couple of timestamps pulled up for you when when Nan Gallagher went on Twisted Tragedies the other day, because hell hath officially frozen over. Sarah says, Dyson called, model missing from hairdryer set. Thank you for being here for 6 months. Karen, thank you for your 5. Popcorn jurors are here and became a YouTube member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Zoe said, I'm sorry, my account doesn't want to go any lower tonight than $19.99. Zoe, you're amazing. I don't know if you are one of the super sleuths on the Twitter. If you are, you might be under a different name. I don't know. But thank you very much for your 20 and for being our resident statistician. And I love you so much because you keep track of everything. Objections, sirens, whatever we need. We don't even need Zoe to keep track of it. She just does. She just keeps track of it without even being asked. And she's wicked smart. And she knows a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. It's crazy. She's amazing. Let's see. Oh, you did. You already watched Fervent first thing this morning. Still laughing, says Aussie. Cher said, I just subbed. That's funny. I don't know what that means. Mercury says, I'm in love with AJ's voice. Second only to one. Calftow says, wow, you're on late. Yeah, I didn't start until 8. Some trolls were mad that I went up live against somebody else, I guess. I like San Benigno a lot, but like I don't check the schedule for anybody. And okay. My deepest apologies to Samantha Benigno. I did not know that she was going live at the same time as me. Like, get the fuck out of it. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this? I was like yesterday years old when I learned that Sam Benigno is the daughter. And is this even true? Is she the daughter of Joe Beningo, who called himself Joe from Jersey on WFAN? Is that really true? Is that really true? Because he didn't call himself Benigno, he called himself Beningo, right? So explain to me the disconnect there. He was Joe from Jersey, and he was like a longtime caller, and then they invited him to be on the radio. That's true? I am blown away, and I am so in love with that story so much, and I love Sam. I would never do anything to sabotage her. He's a New York talk radio guy from back in the day. That's wild. But he did pronounce it a different way, right? Okay, I'm not crazy. I mean, I might be, but I'm not. She says Beningo too, but it's spelled Benigno. Oh, she's talked about it on her stream. See, I can't watch everyone's content. I do like her. He was like, yeah, sports radio back in the day. Probably knew my friend John Andres. Does anybody follow the Knicks or follow? John Andres was the voice of the Knicks with Marv Albert. Very, very, very dear, close family friend. God rest his soul. Oh, please. I love that. I did not know that story. He's still working. They pronounce it differently than it's spelled. Do you guys teach me so much? You teach me so much. All right. Do you want to go petty? I know what we could do. Jimmy did a really good version of it. Hold on. Oh, here's something I forgot about from the other day that I said I would find for you. And because I'm a woman of my word, I'm going to find it for you. This was in the FOIA dump the other day. This is called the weed witness relationship chart. Okay. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. This is the weed witness relationship chart. This was in the latest FOIA dump. And this is a witness map of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus Karen Reed. You can't make this up. You just can't. And really, why would you even want to? Hold on a second. So I'm going to show this to you now because so many people were so confused the other day when we were talking about the cousins. And you guys are like, they need to make a chart. And I'm like, wait, there was one. There was one in the FOIA dump. But I couldn't find it on the fly. And then I found it. Because I had to, because if I promise you something, I gotta come through. I gotta be a woman of my promises. Gotta keep my promises to you. All right, so here we go. This is the relationship chart that was literally turned over in Discovery. Or maybe not in Discovery, but in the FOIA dump. So here it is. It's wicked small, so you're gonna have to try and get your readers. They sell them at TJ Maxx for 3 for $10. So you have no excuse not to have readers everywhere. I have them everywhere. On every nightstand, in my car, all over the place. But I don't need them to read. I only need them to wear over my contacts because I need glasses or contacts for distance. It's a whole thing. Look at this. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus Karen Reed witness map. You can't make it up. Here's the key up here on the right. It's the so the pink. You can't make this up. Who made this? I have no idea. Did Colin Crawford do this in her spare time? This was in the FOIA dump, right, you guys? The chapstick. My readers and my chapstick are together. I'm free falling. I have no more fucks to give. Sorry for the F word. Oh, that'll be all over Twitter tonight. One day I trended on Twitter when I said the F word. I'm not even kidding. It's 10:30 here, okay, on the East Coast. Anything goes. Shannon, thank you so much for your for your cash app. She's like, my chat got lost in the trolls. I love you with all my heart. I found you. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. Thank you, Melissa, for your Venmo. Says, thank you for your awesome coverage as always. Thank you for being here. Nancy, thank you so very much for your 50. She's like, do re me for the yacht. I love you with all of my heart. You're amazing. You guys are amazing. You're so good to me. You're so good to me. Hold on a second. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Somebody said Anon, please. Anon, please. Do you guys remember Dumois? I'm an old time Dumois lover, follower of Dumois on all socials. I think before even Instagram. Where was Dumois? I don't remember, but it was like a Gossip Girl site. And Dumois had their saying, their catchphrase was Anon, please. And people would send in tips to Dumois about where the celebrities were, what restaurant they were at. And hold on a second. Thank you, Mr. Goodman. When I clicked on your profile, it was telling me. Wait, why is it telling me about you're paying someone a vacation balance? I don't know, Mr. Goodman. But he says you're in rare form tonight. Melanie After Dark. We love it. We love it. Is it date night for you guys tonight? Brian and Dee. The Goodmans are here. We love them very much. We love them very much. Thank you. You're a sweet pea. And hello to Dee. Your wife is a doll. She's a doll. Okay. You've got the straight line that is unbroken for familial relationships, a broken line for friendly relationship. You got hearts for romantic relationships. Pink is the Reed family. Anon, please, says, tell the trolls all their money will go to the Turtle Boy Defense Fund. That'll really piss them off. I don't know. Are we even up to an even $20 yet? Pink for Karen, pink for the Reed family, purple for the O'Keefe family, Tiffany blue for the Albert family, navy blue for the Proctor family, orange for the first or initial responders, yellow for the Albert family friends, red for the Massachusetts State Police, black for expert witnesses, green for miscellaneous prosecution witnesses. That's dark green or emerald green or turtle green, and a light green for the miscellaneous defense witnesses. Anon, please. And then look, they've got a family tree. They've got a family freaking tree that someone took the time to make. I mean, what do you notice? The first thing I noticed about this family tree chart is that Karen Reed is the only one in pink, and she's the only one who is not connected to anybody else in this chart other than the murdered police officer, John O'Keefe. Do you really need to go any further than that? Do you really need to wonder why Karen Reed was tried twice? She's got no connection to anybody else in the whole damn chart. Isn't this evidence enough? How much more evidence do you need that they were trying to pin it on the girl? The Goodmans are here again, and they said hump day date night with Kaylee and Team with Chicken Parm. Hi, Kaylee. Cover her ears if the F-bombs start dropping. It looks like Emily's work, but it's not. This was turned over in the FOIA dump by the Commonwealth. Wow, never thought about it like that, you say? I think about it all. I think about so many things. Things keep me awake at night. She's the only one in this whole damn chart that does not connect to anyone else. Oh, please. Emily's would 100% be prettier than this. 100%. Right? Mystery Maven says, I knew they were all connected, but it really is eye-opening to see it in a chart. Yep. Starting on the left, here's the greenies. And these are miscellaneous prosecution witnesses all the way on the left side of the chart. Michael Camerano and Catherine Camerano, they're married. And it's got Michael Camerano, met O'Keefe through Kerry Roberts. Catherine, his wife, met O'Keefe through Kerry Roberts. Michael testified 4/29/24. Catherine also testified 4/29/24. This was in the FOIA dump, buried among the documents. That's how I got it. Catherine and Michael Camerano follow the broken line here, which stands for what again? Friendly relationship with Kurt Roberts and his wife, Kerry Roberts. And then you have here, Catherine and Michael Camerano have two children, MC, juvenile daughter, and MC, juvenile son. I think the nephew of John O'Keefe was with the son, and I think the niece was with the daughter. Mama Shi, thank you so very much for your Cash App, 50. Says, Mel After Dark is the bestest. You guys are so good to me. Kaylee with a hot 10 says, roses are red, violets are blue. I would Google anything at 227 for you with one of these. And says, love you, Mel. I love you, Kaylee. You guys are the best. Okay, these are the building blocks of chaos. Thank you, Callie girl. And then in the purple section, this is the O'Keefe family. We've got Paul O'Keefe, who testified on 4/29/24, married to Aaron O'Keefe, who testified on 4/29/24. Brother of John O'Keefe, the victim, Boston Police Department. I would submit to you there's more than one victim here. And then you've got the friendly relationship line of the Cameranos going over to John O'Keefe and then going down to Nicholas Kolakithis and Karina Kolakithis, who are in the miscellaneous section. And it just says under Nicholas, it says at Waterfall Bar testified 5/8/24 and Karina at Waterfall Bar testified 5/8/24. They needed a key in the DA's office to keep track of all of these people. Tree of frauds, says Sharon. Shannon, I'm sorry, Shannon. I'm sorry. Sorry I misnamed you. And then we, of course, have Kerry. She's a talker, married to Kurt. And then Karina and Nicholas follow the broken line and go back up and to the right. Oh, there's a connection with them and Matt McCabe, who's married to Jennifer McCabe. They have a daughter named Allison McCabe. She's the only one mentioned here that doesn't have the dates that they testified, which is interesting. Why not? Did Denise Galvin make this chart for the Commonwealth? That is such a great point. The flow chart by Denise Galvin, the scrivener. I don't know. That's a Magnolia Gypsy. You're on fire. I'm calling Saul Rosenberg. Sue everybody. I'll sue you. I don't got to talk to you, jerky. Who knows that reference? I don't got to talk to you, jerky. I fell down the stairs and my shoes fell off. I'm going to sue everybody. The Jerky Boys were the best. The best. So then we have, okay, and then over here we have John O'Keefe, and then there's a line here to KF, juvenile niece, and PF, juvenile nephew. They too did testify in 2024. Again, no dates here about when they testified. So it makes me pause a moment to say, when was this drafted, created, scripted, scrivenered, scribed? Sopranos family tree. The Sopranos family tree. Where's Fredo? We can make it the Godfather family tree too. Clemenza's meatball scene. I don't see you soon. I'm gonna die. All right. So in the turquoise group, which is the Albert family up here in the Key, we have Jennifer McCabe married to Matt McCabe. We saw them in court today. It was actually yesterday, but we saw it today. And then they're friends with, the Colakeitha says, and also their daughter's Allie McCabe. And then Jennifer McCabe has a broken line going to Julie Albert, who's married to Christopher Albert, former Canton Police Department elected town official, former neighbor, a victim. Wait a second. Is Chris Albert former Canton Police Department? Somebody screwed up the chart. Tom Barnes says, Melanie, blow up the chart, add their pictures, frame it. You got a hot poster ready for sale. Oh man, do you think I would want to like roll those things up and put them in those poster tubes and send them out? I would never make it to the post office. Thanks, Tom, though. You can take the idea if you want. You can totally have that idea for yourself if you want to. I'm sorry, was Chris Albert former Canton Police Department? Not last time I checked. Was he a cop and it didn't work out? Did they keep it secret? I have no idea. It says elected town official and former neighbor of victim testified 5/9/24. Former neighbor of victim. He's married to Julie Albert. She testified 5/9/24 and 5/10/24. And then there's Kevin Albert from the Canton Police Department. I'm very confused by this. Christopher Albert, former Canton Police Department. And then between Brian Albert Sr. and Nicole Albert, we have some children. There are more children, but only two of them are listed here. Brian Albert Jr., Beej, we called him the other day. It's a MASH reference. He works in IT. Really? Beej works in IT? They're telling us everything. Did we know that? He testified 5/13/24. His sister, Caitlin Albert, works for the Attorney General's office. I mean, if it's in the FOIA dump, Caitlin Albert works for the Attorney General's office. She testified 5/13/24 and 5/14/24. They can't even do a middle school level chart. Shocking, says nurse, not lawyer. She said it. Julie H. says, wait, Caitlin works for the AG's office? Apparently. Some of you didn't know that. I don't know if I did. Huh. Then we get over to the children of Chris and Julie Albert. We've got Colin Albert on the left, and we've got D.A., juvenile son, on the right. They have more. I think he said he had two brothers. Why is the juvenile son only called D.A.? Well, because he's a juvenile. I get that. But why is he even on this chart? Was anybody going to ever call him to testify? Because the title of this chart, need we go back to the top, is Commonwealth of Karen Reed Witness Map. Witness map. At what point were they going to call the other son of Julie Albert and Chris Albert to testify? Cindy says, there's your mole. At what point was the brother going to be a witness? They're telling us everything and we didn't even know it. Huh. What is he a witness to? Was he going to be an alibi witness? Is he the younger boy who ran across John's lawn? Maybe. And then the broken line means what again? My ADHD is my self-diagnosed ADHD is in full effect tonight. Is a friendly relationship, the broken line. So this is the Commonwealth chart. They made this chart. There is a friendly relationship between Brian Albert Jr. Well, no, wait. Between Caitlin Albert and, the broken line goes where? All the way to, look who, Katie McLaughlin. I thought she just went to high school with a girl named Caitlin Albert. According to the key in the Commonwealth chart of witnesses, they have a friendly relationship, Katie McLaughlin. Canton Fire Department responded to initial 911. Knows Caitlin Albert from high school. She testified 5/2/24 and 5/3/24. This was a chart that they made for their people to be able to keep it all straight. Cajon Zone says, I'm late. How much have I missed? All of it. You've missed all of it until now. 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 50 seconds of it. You can rewind later. Don't worry. This is fun. There's a couple guys who have zero connection to anyone. Timothy Nuttall, Canton Fire Department. I hit him. Oh. Right there in their chart, it says responded to initial 911 call. I hit him. That's what he's going to testify to. That's what he testified to. 4/30/24. But did he testify to that in 2024 or only in 2025? They had him locked in to say, I hit him. Puffy, yeah, he's the puffy jacket guy. He's the whole reason we have the puffy jacket emoji. He's the reason. There it is. Do you think they made it for Hank? I don't know. Because there's some people that don't have a testified date, like Colin Albert. Zoe's joking, I think. She says Norfolk DA's office victim advocate had an intern draw up a chart so the victim advocate could keep track of who they could bill time for dealing with them. Stephen Mullaney, Canton Police Department, testified 4/30/24. Stephen Saroff. Look at this. Under Saroff, Canton Police Department responded to initial 911 call, quote, this is my fault, end quote. And then in parentheses, it says, not in report. He didn't write it in his report, but we got him to say that he's going to testify to that. He testified 4/29/24 and 4/30/24, not in report. Anthony Flamati from Canton Fire Department responded to the initial 911 call, quote, I hit him. Oh my God, I hit him, end quote. He testified 4/30/24 and 5/2/24. It's like a teacher seating chart for the first few days of school, says nurse, not lawyer. And Sarah wants to know, is this the same typeface used for SpongeBob SquarePants? I think it is. I think you're right. It's a Hank Brennan cheat sheet, says Larry. I mean, this is gold. Has anybody talked about this yet? I know you guys watch everybody. I don't watch everybody. I just stumbled upon this in, as such, the FOIA dump. Gregory Woodbury, Canton Fire Department, responded for Section 12 of the defendant. Quote, is he dead? Is he dead? Everything is like Jenny 2 times, Jenny 3 times. Testified 5/3/24. Like, have any other YouTubers that you watched been over this chart? I feel like this is like an Emily C. Corey Hopkins gold mine right here. Zoe says first time, and Zoe watches everything, and she's up to, she knows everything that's happening everywhere. We were going to get petty, but we're going to have to get through this first. Paul Gallagher, Canton Police Department, preserve/process the crime scene in parens with leaf blower and solo cups and parens. Testified 5/6/24. Is this what Greg Connor worked on while babysitting during trial 1? E-Chase, I think you might be onto something. Remember, he's given some interviews lately, and he said he was there taking notes and doing whatever. I don't know. Cajon Jones says that wasn't supposed to be sent. Like Peter says, NA beer is SNAP eligible on Amazon Prime. That's pretty damn funny. Thank you. Thank you very much. I needed that laugh. OMG. There's a lot of people who need to quit drinking. And that, my friend, is a good bit of pro tip. That's a good pro tip. Charles Ray, Canton Police Department performed the well-being check on KF and PF. He testified 5/7/24. Sean, not so good. Canton PD received both 911 calls. You might need to update your chart, folks. When the hell are we going to get more information on what Sean Good did? That he's been suspended with pay for over 6 months at this point. Carolina wins 4-0. All right, well, that's the end of that. Carol says, Black Peter, you deserve to take a bow for that one. Well done. Well done. Robin says, Paul Gallagher, a.k.a. Grover from the Muppets. Oh, I see it. I see it. It just ongoing investigations. That's all we had, right? Testified 5/6 and 5/7/2024. Whatever he did was so bad that they don't want anybody to know about it. Scott McGinnis says, we're still waiting for Good to be fired. My God, has that been drawn out? I know. Welcome, Ted Congo. I think you're going to like it here. You guys, I am delaying watching the Testaments finale for you guys. If you did watch it already, don't tell me anything. They're making a chart for Sean Good, says Jenny. Zoe says, I personally believe that Dever is secretly happy that Good is on admin leave. Just my opinion. Yeah, be careful, Zoe. You don't want to be sued for defamation. You don't want to be the next defendant in the defamation case. They're coming for all of us. Here's Daniel Whitley, Canton Fire Department, responded for Section 12 of defendants. Oh, man. You know I was the spelling bee champion, right? In junior high. Defendant. Look how they spell it. DEFENDENT. And then it says, quote, anybody who knows Kerry Roberts, ... end quote. Testified 5/3/24. That was the takeaway from his testimony. Anybody who knows Kerry Roberts, ... Matthew Kelly, Canton Fire Department, responded to initial 911 call, testified 5/2/24. They didn't know interesting tidbits about him. Jason Becker, Canton Fire Department, responded for Section 12, a defendant, quote, could I have hit him? End quote, testified 5/3/24. This is all the evidence they had. Michael Lang, Canton Police Department, responded to initial 911 call, was at 2002 Chris Albert altercation. Testified 5/7/24. Really? He was at the 2002 Chris Albert altercation with the Lopo. I always pronounce it wrong. Lopalato brothers. He was at it. Didn't he punch one of the? Didn't the town of Canton have to pay out a whole bunch of money because Lank assaulted them and maliciously prosecuted them? Because Chris Albert was at a bar and called Michael Lank to the rescue. Michael Lank has been the Ray Donovan of the Albert family for decades. But I thought the Lapalato brothers or Lopalito, I thought that was earlier than 2002, but I could be wrong. No, I am not watching Paradise. Should I be? Should I be, Lucy? Chastity Danielle says, this is so incriminating for them. I mean, this is crazy. Chris called Lank, right? And that had to do with the Lopalito brothers or Lapalato brothers. He beat up the brothers. He beat them up. They paid a lot of money to settle that lawsuit, by the way. Wow. I mean, there you go. There's the whole orange section. The only people with a line coming out of them, connecting them friendly to someone else is Katie McLaughlin to Caitlin Albert and Michael Lank. Let's see where his broken line goes to. And the song that's popping into my head right now is White Lines. And that goes to Christopher Albert. He's got a friendly connection with Christopher Albert. I mean, if you want to call being the Ray Donovan. Dang, dang, diggity, dang, a dang. Dang, dang, diggity, dang, dang. Dang, dang, diggity, dang, a dang, diggity, dang, a dang, diggity, dang, a dang. White lines. Another perspective today says yes to watching Paradise. What's it on? There's way more friendlies than that. I love Sterling K. Brown. Okay, thank you. I'm so glad that you're telling me to watch something new because I need something. Friends and Neighbors, I'm waiting for the next episode to come out. White lines. Hulu, thank you. Going through my mind. The more I see, the more I do. Just can't. All right. Well, thank you, Michael Lank. I think we covered everybody on the left side. Now we're in the middle. And now we've got the navy blue section, which is Proctor family. Okay. Tell us more. Courtney Proctor is married to Michael Proctor. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Michael Proctor is married to Elizabeth Proctor, and Michael Proctor and Courtney Proctor are family. That's the solid line, means family. The broken line from Courtney Proctor goes to Julie Albert. The broken line. Oh, there's no broken lines from Michael Proctor. Well, isn't that so interesting? In their chart, they fail to acknowledge that Michael Proctor has a friendly relationship with any of these people. Are you effing kidding me? Who drafted this chart? Casey said, I just finished Rooster. I really want more. I only watched the first episode. I didn't get into it. Of course they did. Of course, Michael Proctor has no friendly relationships. He was the ring bearer. No, he wasn't the ring bearer. Colin Albert was the ring bearer in Courtney's wedding. But he's got no friendly relationships with anybody either. What do you know? Brian Albert Jr., let's see, he's got a friendly relationship with two people. Sarah Levinson and Juliana Nagel. Caitlin Albert has a hearted relationship with Tristan Morris. They are now married, I believe. And let's see. Tristan says, it just says at Waterfall, then went home, picked Caitlin up from house, testified 5/14/24. Sarah Levinson celebrating Beej's birthday at the house. Juliana Nagel celebrating Beej's birthday at the house. She's got a familial relationship with Ryan Nagel, who picked up sister from house. Well, no, he didn't. I thought she went home with Jen and Matt McCabe. Yet the chart says he picked his sister up from the house. So which is it? Did he pick her up? Or did he just leave after she came out to get something from to say goodbye and say, I don't need a ride because I really am in love with Jen McCabe and I got to stay. And when I say I'm in love with Jen McCabe, just like I think she was infatuated with Jen McCabe. That I'm not even like saying it in a lesbian-ish way. I'm just saying that she was really like looking up to Jen McCabe like she was her mentor or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So he said the intern gave up at this point. Well, he says he left without her, Mama Blue. That is true. He says he left without her, but the Commonwealth witness chart is telling us something different. Do they know something that we don't? Remember the bread in the car? Oh, who could forget the talk of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Jen had a whole story about why she had the peanut butter and the bread in there because, sometimes she picks up her niece and nephew and they need a snack. She wants them to have something healthy. Where's Higgy? Look at Higgy. Higgy's hanging out here by himself. Hanging out here all alone by himself with only one broken line. It says, Brian Higgins, ATF agent, office in Canton PD. That's all it says. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly. By the way, thank you to one of my amazing viewers who told me about the coconut peanut butter on the North Shore of Oahu that I had to make a special trip to go buy. I'm hooked. And also I needed to support the North Shore because it was right after the floods. Brian Higgins, ATF agent, office in Canton PD. The only broken line that he's got goes to Brian Albert Sr. Well, that's so interesting. Doesn't say when he testified. Albert family friends. Doesn't say that he had a friendly relationship with Karen Reed, even though they had those text messages. Doesn't say that he had a friendly relationship with John O'Keefe. Nope. Where's Higgins' connection to Brian Albert, Kevin Albert, Karen? Nope. Only to Brian Albert. Only the broken line only goes to Brian Albert. Maybe they didn't want. If this chart, I don't know why it was made or when it was made. If this chart was made for Hank Brennan, because let's face it, we know he didn't watch the first trial, right? He didn't have time for that. They left a lot out. No wonder Hank Brennan was blindsided. Love from Tejas says this had to be covered in sticky notes. Those fall off. Wink, wink. Oh yeah. LOL. No tampering. LOL. Berkowitz isn't on there. Yeah, John and Karen are here in the middle. Karen's the only one. All alone. By herself. The only connection she had was to John O'Keefe. I mean, really. Berkowitz is not on here, but Kevin Albert is. All the way at the end. Canton Police Department. The only thing it says here is that he is family with Chris Albert and Brian Albert Sr. That's it. That's it. And Nicole Albert is family with Brian Albert. And these are her kids, Beej and Caitlin, and the sister of Jennifer McCabe. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Oh, Scott McGinnis says, I'm still trying to guess the cupcake color flavors. I have no idea what mine may currently be, but just saying I wouldn't grab my colored one off a platter. Yuck. Well, first of all, you got the 2-year cupcake. You got the queen, you got the queen cupcake. You got the best one of all. It's for the longest members, the 2-year cupcake. It has strawberry frosting. And it just has blue, like a blue paper, like a blue paper on it. And a big 2 on it. So it's strawberry. Pink. It's got pink frosting. Just think of the blue bottom as a piece of cupcake paper. There it is. This chart is so telling. Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus Karen Reed witness map. It was in my folder with the FOIA dump. That's, I'm assuming, where it came from. I don't know why no one else has seen it and why it stuck out to me, but it did. Raspberry frosting. I like that better. Thank you, KPT. I mean, are you kidding me? Thank you, Nini, for becoming a new member. Larry, thanks to you 5, says, just cuz. Thanks. Thank you. Elizabeth says, what in the fresh hell is this color coding? Right? They really need to take a lesson from Emily C. in their chart building. Ms. Reasonable Doubtfire says, yours is the best, most entertaining coverage of all of this hearing. I know I've watched several. Color me not surprised. Thank you for your 10, sweet pea. I love it. All of my heart. Plan I'll see you soon. I'm going to die. Oh, and then this person said earlier, PP. Melanie, you don't have to go to every fight to which you're invited. Just ignore the insults. Missed if you are not reading them. Cluck on your ignore option. I don't know if this is like autocorrect or what, but again, have you met me? They are absolutely inviting me to a fight. I'm not going to just ignore it. Why don't you calm down? Why don't you calm down? You need to calm down. You need to calm down. We're all in on the same joke, right? Hi, Piney Woods. Piney Woods is here and says, you are giving me life. I mean, that is like, it's a lot of pressure, Piney Woods. Gotta be honest with you. You've been here for 8 months. You've been here for way more than 8 months, but me giving you life is a lot of pressure. I mean, all right, now that's it. The fisticuffs are coming off. The petty is coming on, and I'm going to show you, or at least let you listen to the audio of Nan Gallagher going on Twisted Tragedies, because hell hath frozen over, and you need to hear this, okay? Let me pull up my notes and my timestamps. Because Nan Gallagher calls Twisted Tragedies her mouthpiece. You're my mouthpiece. You say things that I'm not able to say. So if you want to go back and I don't watch Twisted Tragedies. I understand that she's said some really mean things about me, and I don't really care. I know she has a really cute popcorn machine. That's really all I know about her. And I think her chair is pink too. And she's got a pink popcorn machine. But Nan told us, I have to find it somewhere because unfortunately I didn't cut. Let me just get it for you because you're not going to believe this. Well, maybe you will. I don't know. You might believe it. And you know that there is nothing that I like better than to say, I told you so. And I told you so. I mean, this woman has done like entire streams about me from what I hear. I don't know. I've never watched any of them because I really don't care. But hold on. Let me see. Wait, is she now called Untwisted Tragedies? I don't know. I'm very confused. But which one? I don't remember what day it was on. Did she actually put Nan on the thumbnail? Oh man, hold on a second. When did I make this note? May 20th. So maybe it had to be May 25th. Oh, please. Got it. Okay. Okay. Here it is. It's true. It's true. Nan Gallagher decided to show her face on the Twisted Tragedies stream. If you don't know what Twisted Tragedies is, her name is Elise, I think. And she used to work. Did she used to work for Aidan Kearney? And then I think the story is that he fired her, or was that Masshole Mafia? I got to share this with you. Take this down. Put that up. Oh, please. She's smoking a pink vape. I guess that's a vape. I really don't know what that is. Thank you, Piney Woods. Yeah, the judge was not even on that chart at all. 9mm and lipstick became a member. Welcome. Johnny, he's been here for 20 months. He says I'm 4 months away from strawberry, raspberry, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, Johnny. You're getting there. Technical out says, also, I'm going to send you the papers on my 1983 case. It's a good read, and I filed it in USDC, Western District of Louisiana. You can send them to me. I can't promise you that I can read them. Thank you very much for your 10. I appreciate you so much. So this, so Twisted Tragedies never worked for Aidan, but she used to be like a really, really like big Aidan supporter, right? And then she, I don't know, she flipped. So at, this stream is like 5 hours long, but
and, you know, we all have things that we want to protect. And I've become much more outspoken recently because I'm like, why am I just going to sit and
why am I censoring myself? Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
there comes a time where you're just like.
so she's talking about censoring herself. I have to make this smaller because I can't. Tell me if I do this, if you can still hear it, because I just really want you to hear the audio.
I'm not going to censor myself anymore. For what? It's not doing me any good. You try to remain quiet for the good of everyone else at first. Yes. And you're like, I don't want anybody else to get pulled into this unnecessarily. You know what I mean? Like, or anything like that. You don't want to hurt anyone. Okay. But in the long run, it's like, if you don't get to tell your truth, then people don't fucking understand what actually
tell your
happened.
Truth.
There are a ton of people out there who just assume that they think that they know like what happened. And they have no idea what has happened.
What happened with what?
Like, you said something first, and I'm like, do you realize this person was harassed in private for 6 months before they ever said something? So it might look like they said something first, but they were poked and prodded and poked and prodded and poked and prodded until they finally spoke out for themselves. And even though you didn't know, they were being pushed, little digs being taken, people would know more about them, and because you didn't know didn't mean it didn't happen, right? Like, they think they know because they Stuart Turtle told them. They have no fucking idea.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of F-bombs here. She's a lawyer from New Jersey. She has been poking and prodding and poking and prodding and poking and prodding at me for a very long time behind the scenes. Here's where she says that Elise is her mouthpiece. Let's just keep listening to this.
Yeah. I know. And it's so true. And half the people, when I push back and I'll like ask them, like, why do you think that way? And they can't answer it because I was kind of in the mix of that too, where, you know, you start to feel certain ways and you don't really know why you feel them. And then you realize that it's been like a slow burn and just a slow amount of influence that has been.
So wait, so now Nan is on the side of hating Karen Reed with this person? What are we talking about?
Exerted on you. And, you know, it's very freeing to be able to speak my mind. And also, you know, I look at the people who are still in the throes of undue influence and I'm like,
undue influence. You're all in the throes of undue influence. She had, when she did this, I think there was 108 people watching.
Just wait. Just wait, because you're either
it happens to you. You think it's not going to, no matter what. It's not if, it's a when.
Yes, it is a when. And that was kind of what we spoke about the first time when you and I spoke. I was like, gosh, I didn't even realize half the shit that I was experiencing until I was out of it. Yep. But I will tell you, there's been, and I get a lot of people push back on me on this, but it is true. I get a lot of people who send me messages.
A lot of people send her messages. She's really, 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 really popular. Listen.
And they'll say, what was the straw that broke the camel's back for you? Or what convinced you to kind of pull away? And it wasn't really just one thing, but I did hit a point in the fall where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And it
can't do what anymore?
Things happening in the fall for me to kind of hit a, I apologize. My email is pinging.
I'm so popular. My email is pinging.
It took a bunch of things happening in the fall for me to kind of realize this is not what I want to be part of.
What happened in the fall? You weren't invited to the Wilbur? Is that what happened in the fall? What happened in the fall?
Care about,
right?
Like it starts happening to people you care about, and you're watching it happen, and you're like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Like, because I'm not speaking up, all these other people are getting dragged into it. Like,
yes.
And you're like, I can't just sit here quiet anymore and pretend to be neutral or pretend.
Death of the adverb. It's quietly. Death of the adverb. Oh, that was when recording gate happened in the fall. Okay, got it.
And like, this isn't happening, like behind closed doors. Like, I'm not, sorry, not who I am, not happening. Like,
and there's a lot of people who have told me they're just, they know, you know, they quote unquote know, but
they know, but they don't want to deal with it, or they're too afraid he's going to come for their family, or the minions are going to come for their family, their friends, their livelihood, their job, their so on and so forth.
So now she's totally anti-Turtle Boy, 100% anti-Turtle Boy. I mean, that's what they're talking about.
I know what that's like. They're still coming for mine, right? Still.
Yep.
And so
and
it's
that's terrible. No one should come for your
do
family.
Anything and everything to shut you up and make you go away. Unfortunately for them, I'm not fucking going anywhere. So
yeah, you know, I don't really, and I don't know what people think of her. So I'm going to say this and move off of it, but I don't particularly care for that TikTok lawyer, Catherine Loftus. I think she's
she's throwing shade on Catherine Loftus now. She's throwing shade on Note My Objection. Do you think, Michael, you think she's a plant 100%? I don't know. Tara says, Mel, if this is your first time really listening to Nan, you will hear raging narcissism and gaslighting. Oh, no. It's not my first time, sweetie. It's not my first time. Might be a first time for you guys, but it's not the first time for me. Listen.
Gimmicky for me, and I don't really buy into
like,
a lot of it.
She's
no, my
there,
objection.
So I get like where she, you know what I mean? Like her humor.
Wait, look at this super chat. Hold on. The ones who turned against Nan are mentally ill, says Sarah925.
I also get like the way she speaks and where she's from, because I'm from here. So it's a little easier for me, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, I respect what her opinions are. They're her opinions, but I don't really particularly gravitate towards her. And I certainly disagree with her on fundamental issues. But what she put out there the other day about like, she doesn't give a shit about what Aidan thinks of her and what he says about her.
Oh, yeah, she really liked that.
I was picking up what she was putting out. You know, I was like, yeah, because once you hit a point where you're like, I don't really care that you don't like me. I don't care that you pick on me or that you have opinions that are contrary.
I saw Jimmy's recreation of this, and it's amazing. You guys should go watch it after this. But where's the part where she says, Elise, you're my mouthpiece. You've been my mouthpiece. Oh, no, wait, where is it?
That I admire about you is when you have something to say, you'll say it with your full chest, and you say that you'll say it with your full chest.
I'm gonna say that shit. I don't care.
One of the things I love about you is that when you have something to say, you say it with your full chest. I think this is the part where she says, "You're my mouthpiece."
Right, and there's people whom I've wanted to speak out against over the last several months, and I've thought twice about it because while I'm quite outspoken, I've hesitated to speak with my full chest.
No.
And I've also, there's some things like I won't talk about still, but you're not afraid to.
That's okay though. That's okay though. You know what I mean? Like there's a time and a place for everything and anything. And it took me a while to like fully be like, you know what? Fuck all y'all motherfuckers. Like I'm going to tell it all. I don't give a fuck. I'm not saving anyone. No one's nobody is standing up and saying, hey, I know that that's a lie when they were there. As a matter of fact, some of them are doing the opposite and being like, yeah, that happened, knowing it's a lie. So I'm like, who the fuck am I saving the aggravation?
Yeah, I didn't see the spaces. No, I didn't see that spaces or listen to it. I did not. You're right about that, Stephanie. Thank you. And also somebody else said that too.
Or embarrassment. No one's bothering to speak up for me. Like, I'm going to tell it how the fuck it is. And you don't like it, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, maybe here's an idea. Don't go after people who don't deserve it and didn't do anything to need to have that happen. Like, it's unnecessary. Like,
I agree. I was telling one of my friends the other day, you're my emotional support mouthpiece.
Wait, first shock is that you have friends. Second shock is that Elise is your emotional support mouthpiece. Listen to this. And then go watch some of Twisted Tragedy shows from, before last fall and see what it was that she was mouthpiecing for Nan, because she's telling us everything. Listen.
One of my friends the other day, you're my emotional support mouthpiece. Sometimes when I'm still not
human.
when I'm not fully prepared to say some of the things that I want to say, I'm like, Elise, because I just can't. And there's certain things that
So you've been telling Elise what to say? So were you telling Elise to trash me behind the scenes because she's your emotional support mouthpiece? Interesting, right? So Elise has been out there speaking for you, saying all the things that you couldn't say for whatever reason, because the way that this woman conducts herself on Twitter is wild for a practicing attorney. It is wild. What a creepy thing to say. Yeah.
Are not in my best interest to say yet. But, you and I have conversed many times about them, and it's comforting to know that you're not afraid to do so. And we all have things that.
How much did you pay her? How much did you pay her? Because she's going to go on to talk about all of the things that she could give Elise. The printers. I got computers for you. I got this for you. I got that for you. I love to help people. I could do this for you.
We want to protect. And I've become much more outspoken to know that you're not afraid to do so. And we all have things that we want to protect.
Oh.
And I've become much more outspoken recently because I'm like, why?
Recently?
Am I just going to sit and.
Why am I censoring myself? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we had to suffer through most of that. And the part I wanted you to listen to was before that. So hang on, because there's more, because there's always more. Hold, please. Let's get to.
Not in person, but I had said bad things to it. I'm like, I didn't
of those people. I'm not built that way,
Well, and when you and I first spoke, that was kind of, and I know other people have said this to you. I said, I'm like, I didn't realize, because I had said bad things to you. Didn't realize what I was saying because I really didn't believe it. I just thought I should say these things. Now I have.
Okay, wait a second. You were saying mean things about her and you really didn't mean to say them. You just thought that you should say them. Why? Because you were brainwashed by Turtle Boy? Are you kidding me? What? Listen.
I said I really didn't realize what I was saying because I really didn't believe it. I just thought I should say these things. Now I have the.
Right. You should say it to help him, right? That's the thing. Like you should say it to.
Oh, so you were lying and saying mean things about Twisted Tragedies Elise because you thought you should say them to suck up to Aidan? What? Huh.
Like back him up, right? Like you feel that loyalty that he makes you feel to have to like do it for him.
Yes.
So you were brainwashed by Turtle Boy and you lied to help Turtle Boy by cutting down people like Elise? What? This is wild if you haven't heard it. I couldn't believe it. Jimmy did a recreation. He dressed up like both of them and had their voices and he was like dressed up like them. It's hilarious.
And like we have since kind of communicated about patterns and signals that kind of come from him. So like I remember there was a time earlier this year, I think it was earlier this year, it might have.
Forget it. I can't listen, but there's one more part that I wanted you to hear. Hang on. And then I'll put the petty away.
On and says, you know what, I was wrong and I'm going to apologize. People deserve.
4.
And I also had very nice because I did apologize to Elise, and I also had very nice things to say about her. But the beauty is I get to decide how I comport myself. And you can choose to disagree with it, but boy, are you wasting valuable finger dexterity by just putting these pontificating like.
You've been trashing me on Twitter for how long? And I did not speak about it. I did not speak about it. You guys know, those of you who choose to wait on the cesspool of Twitter, you know how long I kept my mouth shut about the shit that she was saying about me.
This in a chat when it's water under the bridge at this point, because Elise knows right now that if she needed something, I would be there for her. I
mean, I got to make this a little bit bigger, because you got to just say if Elise needed something, I would be there for her. Let me take the captions off, because you need to hear this in all of its full bullshit glory. I had amazing restraint. You know I did, Melanie Fox. Great name, girl. Listen. Full-on derangement syndrome.
He's pontificating like this in a chat when it's water under the bridge at this point, because Elise knows right now that if she needed something, I would be there for her. I've offered things to her, which reminds me, Elise, I have certain things that
I've offered things to her. People who are genuinely generous and philanthropic do things anonymously, okay? They don't announce to the world through their $499 super chats how generous they are, okay? Listen again.
offered things to, if she needed something, I would be there for her. I've offered things to her, which reminds me, Elise, I have certain things that are here at my office that I think may help you with your studio.
So helpful.
I have extra monitors. I actually have some extra computers. These are not outdated. This is just things that my staff doesn't need.
Yeah, I'm not giving you my leftovers or my hand-me-downs or the things that I really have in a bag to go to the Goodwill or to the place where people go to smash up electronics, the rage rooms. They're not outdated or anything. They're just really, really good. And I'm just so rich that I can just buy all new. So, you know, I could donate those to you. Listen to this.
I have extra monitors.
She's like, yay!
Which are here at her, which reminds.
Yay, Elise, kiss the ring, Elise.
Be there for just putting these pontificating like this in a chat when it's water under the bridge at this point, because Elise knows right now that if she needed something, I would be there for her. I've offered things to her, which reminds me, Elise, I have certain things that are here at my office that I think may help you with your studio. I have extra monitors. I actually have some extra computers. These are not outdated. This is just things that my staff doesn't need. I also have some microphones.
This one's not giving me great audio. I gotta do something about that.
Yeah, she's like, I really, really need a new microphone. Can you give me a new microphone? I really need a new microphone. She gave Mike Crawford a couple of laptops, right? Dance puppet dance, says New Hampshire woman.
Because when I go back and listen, and I don't do that often, but someone pointed out something being like, you were.
Now she's going to explain all the ways why her microphone sucks, and she's begging for a microphone. Listen, this is crazy. I don't often go back and listen to my streams, but when I do, I notice that my microphone sucks. Oh, she's still trashing me in her Twitter spaces? I don't know. I don't listen to that garbage. I just have it twice a week now. I don't have the bandwidth for it. This is like once every 6 months. I have to go off.
Hilarious. And I don't find myself that hilarious. So I have to go back and watch it. And then I find myself laughing and I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm listening and I'm like, it's kind of echoey a little with the audio. And I'm like, I know it's not a, top-notch microphone. It's just standard, starting microphone. But
bring
like,
your microphone, if you don't mind, bring your microphone close to your mouth and say something in it. Start talking.
Oh, now you're the electronics expert. Are you going to start a YouTube channel next? Oh, she does say in part of the stream also, she's like, a lot of people think I'm not a real lawyer, but I am a real lawyer. And this is really my office. And I do love the color blue. I did not paint my office the color blue to imitate another content creator. I didn't timestamp that for you, but hi, Makazi J. Hi, Makazi J. You're your staph infection. He says he's one of my biggest supporters. Yeah, be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. But wait, maybe your microphone's not so bad. Bring it to your mouth so I can give you my expertise on everything.
Hello, people. Hello, Clarice.
You know what it sounds like to me? It almost sounds like that's not the microphone.
Oh my God, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I can't. I'm done. I'm done here. I just wanted you guys to see that because many of you probably didn't. And OMG, I was right. I had this woman pegged from day one. From day one. I'm like, where did she come from? Why is she throwing everybody $500? What's her end game here? What's her goal? What is she trying to do? Is she a rage baiter, chaos agent sent in to infiltrate the Free Karen Reed movement and try and tear it apart? And now that she was on Twisted Tragedies, I think the loop has been closed on that. Oh, Olivia's here. Olivia knows. Olivia says peg-legged, pegged. Peg-legged, pegged. And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything publicly. I didn't say anything. I just kept it to myself. And you know how hard it is for me to keep a secret and to keep it to myself. You know how hard it is. I blurt out everything. I'm just like, she's a plant. She's a plant. I didn't blurt it out, though. I didn't. I held it in. And it feels so good to say I was right. Right? And I've got all the stuff she's ever said about me saved. It's all saved. It's all cataloged. It's in a file somewhere in Proctor's drawer. But it's out there. Thank you very much. Every now and then you have to let it out and you have to let people know what's going on. Right? So there's that. So Sheila's like, now I understand Jimmy's stream about Nan. Now I understand. Free Saint Turtle Boy says, as a former smoker, the cigarette usage is probably why you sound like that, not the mic. I sound like I just smoked like a carton of no filter Camels because I've been talking so much. Tom Gully says she's a plant, but I'm calling her a shrub. Well done, sir. Well done. Right. Decline is like, where the heck did she come from? I mean, who the heck found her? I don't know. She started going on. She started throwing out the $500 chats, right? And there's tweets out there where she was tweeting how much she loved me and how she was a cupcake and how she wanted to go on a panel with me and Bettero and all these people. And she sent me a $500 super chat. And then someone said I wasn't grateful. And then somebody pulled a clip. I don't know if it was that girl T, but there are some people out there who fiercely defend me on Twitter of me actually saying, oh my God, that's so generous. Thank you so much. And I never invited her on my channel. I'm a one-woman show. It's hard for me to have guests. All right. I didn't have anything against her. I just don't need her on my channel. And so then she started getting like on, I don't even remember whose shows she was on first. If it was like Brian LTL or like Young Jerks or whatever, like I have no idea. But they started like having her on their show. Then she wanted to be on Will the Galera's show. She wanted to be his permanent co-host. And they're like, there's messages between, it's wild. And then she said that Court TV offered her $1 million to replace Julie Grant. And then she gave the $1 million back because it was just like, she didn't want to take their money. Like it was insane. It's insane. Some of you know all the lore. I don't even know all the lore. But I think, She's a scrub. There's a lot of lore. Yeah, Mark Betterow coming in hot. Now she hates Betterow too. It's insane. It's insane. Hi, baby gorgeous. Hi, baby gorgeous says, if anyone is going to CrimeCon, please ask the Court TV booth about Nan's claims. Somebody should super chat Vinny Politan on his show and ask him if it's true. We need a Mythbusters episode about that. We do. She did say that. She did say that. Ask Will DeGlaire. He's got all the lore. She told him that story, that Court TV gave her $1 million as like, you know, good faith money. And they were working out the contracts. And then she gave it back. Right? Just to consider taking Julie Grant's spot, right? A lot of you know the lore more than I do because you've heard the story a million times. I just know little bits and bites of it. Little bits and bites of it. So there's that. Gem Training says Matt McCabe is paying for all of them. Nobody else has money but him. Oh, really? Matty McCabe's rolling in it? Thanks for your 20. And thanks, Miss Mojo Horizon became a new member. But you've been a member for a long time. Maybe you just re-upped. Maybe you just re-upped a little while ago. Mandy says, oh, Melanie, I love when you do these petty streams. I just turned 50 and this is bringing me joy. Happy birthday to Mandy with an I. Thank you very much. I don't do it often. But when I do it, I do it. Now I'll be good for like the next 6 months or 2 a year. Famous last words. But it's wild how she just like totally flipped, right? Matt McCabe is rolling in the dough, really? Rolling in the deep, rolling in the dough. Is that why he and Jenny stay together? I don't know. She appeared when Betterow was going to rep Karen Reed and couldn't do the streams. That's what it was. CC Headband Cupcakes Leonard says she's envious. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I heard she sent out some cease and desist to some people too. Heard that through the grapevine. And so that's that. That's all I have for you for now. It's only been 3 hours and 41 minutes. We did 2 streams today. This is number 2. This is a double header. Today's a double header. Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before we wrap this fun one. Because it is almost midnight. I am in talks with, oh, never mind. I'm not even going to tell you. Oh, look at Laura sent me an email and said, do you know if Gigi is okay? She hasn't been in the chat for a while. I'm a little concerned. She's been in the chat. She's been sending me super chats behind the scenes, which I read earlier. And she had a shoulder surgery. She had a shoulder replacement. And then she said something like, something about her YouTube channel, like disappearing and she couldn't figure it out. And so I was trying to help her figure it out. But she's okay. Thank you for your concern. Gigi, people love you. They're asking about you. They haven't seen you in a long time. One more thing that I want to bring to your attention. Tracy bought 5 matcha lattes. She's amazing. She said she loves me. Not as much as I love you, Tracy. Gigi actually sent me an email. She says, can you tell the cupcakes I adore them? She was literally at the hospital. She's rehabbing her shoulder. I love you, and I hope most will understand. Oh, my goodness. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Gigi. They're all thinking about you. Remind me to, I tell you guys to remind me things. Like you're my friends or something. Remind me to ask Kathy from Gossip Rumor and Innuendo what company it was that hacked her that she thought was like a real sponsorship deal. Because I'm getting a million emails about them. I don't trust any of them because of what happened to Kathy over at Gossip Rumor and Innuendo. So if I remind you to remind me, it will remind me to remind me. And you are my friends. And I didn't even have to pay you. nor vice versa. I love you guys. All right, this was fun. That was a really fun one. Stay cool, stay kind, stay classy. You know, all the things. Of course, you're my friends. I was just joking. You know my humor, B-crumbs, by now. Sometimes we have to just get it out. We have to, because it's enough already. We're going to explode. And Coco and Chloe says, nothing better than a late night with Melanie. You know it, girl. You know it. Thanks for being here for 16 months. I love you guys so much. Thanks for having my back. Thank you, moderators. I love you. I love you so much. Check your inboxes soon. If you're going to CrimeCon, everyone, have a great weekend. I don't know what goes on there, but I mean, I hear it's kind of fun. Send me emails, send me pictures, send me updates. Let me know who you meet, if anyone. And yeah, like they turned on everybody else. It's the truth. Surprise. Makazi G is here. Surprise. Buy the tickets, do the things, hug your kids. Thank your moderators, tip your servers. I'll be here all week, although I do have a very busy couple of days coming up. So I will try to come and get to you all as much as I can. Okay. All right. I love you with all of my heart. If I don't see you soon, I'm going to die. I always have such a late goodbye. Such a late goodbye. Oh, here's another troll that actually got through. How did you get through? Oh, were they hidden once and then they begged me to come back? Hold on. I'll get you, my pretty. You're not even pretty. You're an ugly human. You're ugly. Oh, wow. You have 529 subscribers. Who even subscribes to you? Ew. Ew. You may have the Cheshire Cat. Oh, you know what? It's the same person. Hold on. I'll take care of it on my own. I love you guys. I'll see you so much. I'll see you really soon. And peace out. Bye. Oh, should we let Bang Bang play us out? I think we should. Hold on.
I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
Objection.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang. I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang,